reference it. I think the Pirate Radio athletes from baseball all have moved on, have been very successful.
Yeah, is it me?
Empty room.
The majority of them have all gone pro. I think only Ryder was the one that moved on to an SEC school. So in many ways, he's gone pro. But yeah, so we'll have a new group and a big announcement later. Speaking of Pirate Radio athletes clip, we got a big announcement coming up Thursday.
Had a lot of fun talking to the guys inside the Players Lounge during the football season last year, and hoping we can do that again this year, Troy Dave.
Yeah, we'll have some fun times coming up soon.
Fun times coming up soon.
Yeah.
All right.
Stay tuned.
I'll be tuned in.
Man, I'm excited about this season clip. I think we're on the verge of something special here.
Let's get Troy D riled up, because I saw some State fans were saying, how much red will be at Dowdy Ficklin Stadium September
more
3rd.
than I'd probably
That was
want.
a mistake to say.
What percentage of Dowdy will be red September 3rd? Wolfpack Nation on Twitter said 35 to 40%.
That's ridiculous to say that.
Hold on, before you say ridiculous. Someone named RJ said ECU doesn't attend their own games. Been to 2. Both games less than 7,000 fans. Easily 85% red on September 3rd. I am not kidding.
Well, first of all, even when it was rock bottom under John Thompson and Scotty Montgomery, you still had 20-some thousand fans in the stadium. Even when times were terrible. First of all, so that's an absurd comment. Right?
I don't know where he's getting numbers from.
And I will say this, it's the stadium's not a sellout. It's been a while since there's been 50,000 people. But let me tell you what people will show up for: an NC State beatdown, East Carolina delivering it. The average Pirate fan that maybe doesn't even attend but 1 or 2 games a year will come to this game. I'm telling you, it'll be much more. There's no, 4-1, 5-1, 10-1, whatever it is, purple to red. They'll have their section, and there'll be other State fans there. There'll be plenty of State fans there, but it will be dominating by East Carolina fans.
Sure, and it'll make for a good atmosphere with some red in there too.
And he has a big nerve to say that, because does he remember 2013 when East Carolina?
No, clearly this guy doesn't remember anything.
When East Carolina rolled into Raleigh and whooped State's ass, and the purple goal chants were louder than ever in Carter Finley Stadium. So, walk right into that one.
Yeah, just an asinine comment. But single game tickets went on sale today for Pirate Club members. They'll go on sale coming up next week for the general public. So, let's get those tickets, get a packed house for Saturday, September 3rd.
Speaking of football, just confirmed clip. Coach Mike Houston will be here Friday at 3 o'clock.
Good deal.
Live in studio.
Talking some preseason.
One of the last days before camp officially begins on Tuesday. So they report to camp August 2nd on Tuesday.
And soon we'll be out there covering, post-practice, getting comments, interviews, things like that. So it's the season, man. It's coming up.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Media Day will be around the corner before you know it. So a lot. Yeah. I mean, literally we're a week away from it starting. Officially.
We did
it's already started for us, but for the team reporting, a week away.
We did an exercise a couple weeks ago. We'll put you on the spot here, Troy.
All right.
We ranked you don't have to do all of the games, but we ranked the games we're most excited about, 1 through 12.
Yeah. Did I hear Dingbat over here rank Elon as his most exciting game?
Well, you should know who's on the schedule, Troy. It's Campbell.
I'm sorry, Campbell. Why I put Campbell and Elon at the same level?
Wow. Easy there.
Wow.
Easy there,
partner. But that was your most exciting game?
No, you must have not listened to the show. That was my second most exciting.
You got it way wrong. Your second most.
All right.
So everybody had State number 1, obviously.
Yeah, take State.
Let's see. You look through the schedule here. Memphis, UCF, at BYU, Houston, Cincinnati. What's number 2 for you on the list?
I'm going to put that BYU game.
Are you going this year?
I don't know. I haven't decided.
You went the last time.
I did.
Huh?
I went last time. It was quite a journey. It was a great road trip. We had a good group of guys go with us. We actually went through Vegas. That was kind of the yin and yang of college football trips on the same weekend. We spent a night or two in Vegas and then went to Provo, Utah, which was the exact opposite of Vegas. So 2 worlds apart.
The way you talked, I thought you converted to Mormonism.
I did. I am a big fan of the folks with, I believe it is officially known as the Mormons, yes, Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints Church. Great people. and made a lot of friends out there. And I will say this, the friendliest group of folks I've ever been around.
BYU. A little different than going to like Morgantown,
I've
West
never
Virginia.
been around a group of people that were more. They were either friendly or they just left you alone. But they didn't have an ill word to say to you. They didn't do anything mean. As I said, they either welcomed you with open arms or they just left you alone. But there was no animosity whatsoever.
I wonder how many people out there were familiar with East Carolina.
Probably not many.
I mean, they didn't even know who we were, probably.
Right.
They had to Google it up to see, okay, I've heard of
and I met one
Chris
of the
Johnson.
And they go, #1 party school.
I met one of the top guys of one of the leaders of the LDS faith while I was there.
Who was that?
Well, I forget his name now.
Okay.
I mean,
sounds like a big deal.
Well, it wasn't easy, like Pope something. I forget. It was. But I have some friends in the LDS faith that saw the photo back then that we posted, and to them it was like their Pope. It would be like if you're a Catholic meeting the Pope. If you're in the LDS faith,
Did you touch him?
I did. We shook hands, talked for a while. He actually invited me to Salt Lake City to get a tour of the church, and like I did, and I would have taken him up on it, but we had to leave the next day. The big sanction, like the headquarters.
Did he offer you any Kool-Aid to drink while you were there?
Someone said, "Be careful if you go in the basement."
I don't know about this. This sounds creepy to me.
No, but I was just being very nice.
That's good.
So
that's how they start.
Super nice guy. I mean, he had like a security detail, like the president, though. Like he has his own. He travels with security, and obviously he was a huge fan favorite at the game. He was walking around on the field, shaking everyone's hands like he was Elvis coming in. So I went up and I had to find out who is this guy.
Well, now if you see him again, you'll.
Well, now he's out of he served his term and he's done.
So what's he doing now?
He's probably retired. That's my guess. They've got I've read up on the faith. They've got 3 leaders, and he was one of the 3.
How much money's in that?
I don't know, Clip, but I would imagine it probably pays pretty decent. There's a lot of responsibilities that go with that too.
Good gig.
So I mean, think about how much a head football coach gets. Imagine how much a head of a religion gets.
For Kirby Smart, you get $12 million a year.
Right. So aren't these guys a little more important than a football coach?
Depends on who.
I'm just saying, leading a religion versus leading a football team.
There's a lot of religions out there. In fact, I talked about that this weekend.
Are there more football teams or more religions?
If you go, I don't know. If you go through all levels, it'll be pretty close.
I mean, active religions right now.
I mean, I don't know what's going on across the world
that you could name. I mean, there's a handful of religions out there, if you think about it.
A handful?
Yes, compared to with hundreds, if not thousands, of football teams. You don't think a leader of a religion's getting paid more than a head football coach?
I'm sure they're getting paid more.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, it's like the Pope. What do you think he makes?
I don't know if it's more important.
I don't even know if he makes money. He just never has to pay for anything. Everything's taken care of.
Football coaches also take over that father figure to young men as well. So I don't know which one's more important.
Well, you can affect more people as a leader of a religion than just a football coach.
All right. They really got you good.
Why are you? Hey, will you lay off my LDS people?
Yeah.
To me, they're family.
It's like a Scientologist now.
That's a different religion.
It is. There's a lot of them out there, Troy. I'm telling you.
That would be like meeting Tom Cruise.
Is he the head of?
Well, he's the unofficial head of that religion.
And if you had more time on your hands, you'd be one hell of a preacher.
Yeah, your church would go to like 3 p.m. on Sunday. Get out of there.
Y'all praise Jeff Blake.
We'd meet like Tuesdays or Thursdays. That'd let everyone have a weekend off.
It's got to be Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday's football.
Y'all pray. You laid down the grass that you got at Fulton County Stadium.
Yeah,
that's where you pray.
The Holy Land. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we should move
Put
on.
that at the altar.
All right, number 3.
3. Boy, we got off on a sidetrack on BYU. I'm going to go probably Cincinnati.
So this is your last shot at Cincinnati, Houston,
Friday night
and UCF
primetime game.
Yeah, and we'd love to get 1, 2, or 3 of them on the way out.
Yeah, I'd put Cincinnati and Houston kind of neck and neck right there. Although UCF, I'd probably bounce UCF actually above Houston. And now that I think about it, maybe even above Cincinnati.
First of all, that one's at home, so that adds to the excitement.
Right. So I'm gonna go NC State, BYU, then UCF as my top conference game.
And we already went down the could you imagine train, and we're reeling off wins here.
The could you imagine train, in case you missed it, was we beat NC State. at home. But then you have the rest of September, ODU, Campbell, and Navy. Could you imagine, after beating NC State, winning the next 3 and going 4-0 to get out of September?
Yeah.
Yes, I could.
ECU will be favorites in those next 3.
Right, correct.
Now, none of them gimmies, other than Campbell's got to be a gimme. But Old Dominion, Navy, not gimmies.
Yeah, well, and Navy's always tough, but when they beat Navy last year on the road, why not do it at home?
Navy, not a gimme.
Not a gimme, no.
Okay,
no,
that's all I said,
right.
and you're agreeing.
Correct.
Not a gimme.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and again, the schedule plays out so strangely where I ran the Phil Steele power rankings last week. ECU's going to be is ahead on Phil Steele's rankings of Campbell, ODU, Campbell, Navy, South Florida, Tulane. You play all them in a row, and Memphis. And then they are under UCF, BYU, Cincinnati, Houston, all in a row.
Yeah,
so
that is weird.
It is the first half. State's a tough game. Obviously, State's a favorite over East Carolina. But the first half of the schedule, a lot lighter than the back half. You need to win early in the season.
Correct.
If you want to have a good record.
And you build momentum. You build confidence.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, and that's why I said it, if you beat a team like NC State, you have the ability to beat any other team because they're as strong as any team on the schedule. The way I look at it.
Going into it, and again, like BYU kind of sneaky in there. I've seen, and we'll get the AP coaches poll into next month, I guess, late August.
Yeah.
But BYU has been up there in the top 15. Top
He
20.
was, I think, they were 13 on Phil Steele's top 25.
Right. So higher than NC State, right?
Yes.
Like a couple of spots, which I don't think Phil Steele is as high on State than some others are.
Obviously not just by the line that he set.
Right.
He's put it as a 3-point game.
Yeah.
Which is almost close to a pick'em,
Yeah, but there are people out there who are very high on
Correct.
NC State this year.
Mostly NC State media.
Well, no, I've seen others. Some non-biased folks.
Who?
I just saw,
I mean, I got to look them up now. I mean, I will, I guess.
just on Twitter, friend of the program, Jeff Nadeau, big man on campus, responded to a Twitter question. I think it was David Searcy asking him, did he think that East Carolina would have a chance over NC State come September 3rd? He did say that he bet the Pirates this morning plus 10.5.
Yeah, I love the 10.5. Honestly, I mean, I think you could almost take the money line for an outright win, but I love getting the points. Take the points right now if anybody wants some action. You want some action?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But I'll have my prediction in 2 months from now.
Okay.
When the game starts. I mean, we can throw out predictions, I guess. I don't know. State's going to be good. I mean, that line I am concerned with, both lines. More so their D-line. Can our O-line hang on against their D-line? That's my question.
And it will be answered September 3rd.
Thank you.
Or will we have more questions than answers? Sometimes you have more questions than answers after these games. You think your questions will be answered, and then you end up with only more questions.
My question
before.
Can ECU's O-line hang with ECU's D-line question will be answered
That will
that
be
day.
answered.
I will have no further questions, Your Honor, after I see that game.
The
It'll either
defense
be
rests.
yes.
I don't know. You can go to that ODU game the very next week and say, now, can ECU's O-line handle NC State today?
But I do not have that question right now. I have one question, and I've already asked it, and it will be answered on September 3rd.
Can the O-line hold?
Yes.
Like not hold as in penalties, just like
We don't want them to hold
them back.
Keep Ehlers upright,
Yeah.
open up lanes for Mitchell and Harris.
Yeah.
And
have a day.
Yeah.
Well, if the O-line is as good as advertised, and they're pumping them up pretty good,
Mostly ECU people.
right? then we should hopefully have a really good year.
Mostly me.
Yeah.
So do you trust me?
I'm really hoping that Keaton Mitchell breaks one for about 70 yards. But it's going to stink, though, because there's not going to be hardly any ECU fans there to cheer.
85%
There's
red.
going to be more booze.
According to
One guy.
NC State Wolfpack fans.
Yeah. According to one
What a
dude,
moron.
85% at Dowdy Ficklin.
85% red and white.
That is insane.
Yeah. It's not 85% red and white in Carter Finley.
I mean, yeah, just an asinine statement. All right. That's the great thing about the internet.
Yeah.
Anybody can
The great
say
thing-
anything.
People make fools
Often
of
you
themselves.
just have asinine statements and they just go unheard, or only the people you work with or live with. Now you can make an asinine statement and it can be heard and seen by tons of people
That's great.
and picked up by sports talk radio people.
All right, let's get a break in. We'll come back. One more segment to go here in hour number 1 of Pirate Radio Live. We'll take a time out, come back, have more for you after this.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Pirate fans, the 2022 football season is going to be one for the record books. East Carolina is coming off a 7-win bowl season, and 2022 is shaping up to be even better. The Pirates need you to pack Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium this fall with a great home slate that includes in-state rival North Carolina State. The American Conference schedule features home games against UCF, Memphis, Houston, and Navy. Season tickets are on sale for as low as $125. Get your tickets today by visiting ECUPirates.com.
America's favorite light beer, Bud Light, is also the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times at the pool, river, beach, or backyard grilling, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there is fun, because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Have fun this summer, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Megan State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
When a storm hits, you can count on Greenville Utilities. They put their emergency storm plan into action to restore power as quickly and safely as possible. If you experience an outage, call them toll-free at 1-855-767-2482. The automated hotline can handle a large number of calls at once, virtually eliminating busy signals, so help can be on the way as fast as possible. Remember, GUC's emergency hotline number is 1-855-767-2482.
This pepperoni was carefully placed by hand by a pizza maker at Papa John's. Just like this one, and that one over there. Ooh, and even these in the crust. Get yourself the new epic pepperoni stuffed crust pizza, only at Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, the Papa John's Epic Stuffed Crust One-Topping Pizza is only $13.99 and is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
The 80s and 90s were filled with obnoxiously loud styles. Dudes wore crop tops and super high shorts and rocked it with the confidence of 10,000 Sean Connerys and Tom Sellecks combined. And at Tailgate Classics, their mission is to bring that energy back. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Cam Higley, Tailgate Classics has a unique line of vintage and retro tees, polos, jerseys, hats, and more. Go by the store today at 304 Evans Street in Greenville and check out their website at shoptailgateclassics.com.
Before you hit the road this travel season, be sure to get your tires inspected by the tire guys at Greenville Auto World. The Greenville Auto World service team sells all the top brands and economy tires if you need a new set. Need an oil change, state inspection, or AC repair? Greenville Auto World can work on any type of vehicle, and the monthly oil change special is only $29.99. Make an appointment now by calling 364-8730. For award-winning service, trust Greenville Auto World.
Welcome aboard the pirate ship of fun.
Pirate Radio,
Prepare for the adventure of a lifetime.
the voice of the pirate nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
All right, back with you here, Pirate Radio Live. We're playing out the summer days here as we get ready for football season. And it's time to get ourselves prepared to ask good questions, whether it be during interviews, press conferences. We've got the Parker's Barbecue, Big Carolina 3A, 4A coaches getting together
Next
in a couple of weeks for high school football. So we gotta get our interview skills ready. And to do that, I've been watching some interviews, and I saw this one from a racetrack over the weekend. And this is Chris Horton Jr., I believe the name. Talking after he was knocked out of a race over the weekend. So, Shirley, let's hear this one-on-one interview.
Let's go trackside.
Chris Horton Jr. just exited out of his 42. What happened to end your day so early?
We just decided to pull the car in to save it.
You had a little bit of front nose damage. The team was able to look over it. What's the next steps as you come back to Langley? I know you're a regular out here.
I have no idea what you said.
What's the next steps to get this car back together to come back to Langley?
I don't know.
Chris Horton.
All right, so there you go. Chris Horton, a man of few words.
I don't know.
Didn't know what she was saying. Didn't know what they needed to do to get the car back ready. Just didn't know.
Tie?
Hi? Drive? Car? He's just there to...
Hi. Tie?
He's just there to drive, folks, and that's it. So, again, Troy, I set it up. We got to get our interview skills ready. We're about to do a lot of interviews here during football season.
You're right. Absolutely.
So there's that one. Sometimes you just got to move on to the next player, next coach.
Yeah.
You're not going to get much out of that guy.
By the way, I like your hat, by the way. When I saw you came in with it, I thought it was a Bears logo from the side. It was orange because it looked orange almost.
Thank you.
Which made me think of the new. Oh, have you seen the new alternate helmets?
Yeah, I'm in the middle of a segment bit here,
Sorry.
but we can just totally sidetrack it to talk about this hat.
I just said it's
that
a cool
nobody
hat.
listening can see.
No, it's nice. It's a nice hat.
It is.
All right, go ahead.
I mean, what a time to bring that up. I'm segueing from one to the next one.
All right, sorry.
We're talking about a hat. The Bears have,
they wear hats in these races.
The Bears have awful alternate helmets. Did you see those?
They're awesome. The orange?
You like them?
Are orange? You kidding me?
I am not kidding you.
Clip, I want to hear more about this NASCAR stuff.
Well, now we move to the world of baseball. Our friend Nick Castellanos.
Oh, I love him.
What do you know about him?
He always gets good hits when people are talking.
Well, he is not getting good hits lately because the crowd was booing him.
Why?
Because he stinks. And they're from Philly, and they boo everybody.
Oh, yeah.
And a reporter wanted to know more about it.
Did you hear the blues there when you struck out and they played the game there?
No, man, I lost my hearing.
So you didn't hear it?
Come on, man, that's a stupid question.
Why is it a stupid question?
Can anybody else answer that for him? Anybody? Yeah, man, that's a stupid question.
It's not a stupid question. If it's a stupid question, you should be equipped to answer it.
All right. I did answer it.
All right. The answer should be able to handle a stupid question.
We got the answer. But that doesn't mean that I can't say that it's a stupid question.
It wasn't a stupid question. It's a legit question.
If I heard the booze, that's a rhetorical question. Of course, it's a stupid
Did you
question.
hear the booze?
That's a stupid question.
We got the answer.
We're good. Thanks, guys. We're
And you
close.
should be able to handle a stupid question.
I did.
Wow. Was that the reporter firing back then?
Yeah, he was like pointing at him. And
You
stuff.
usually don't hear that.
I know.
But that's in Philly. You know, because there's been plenty of stupid questions asked, you know, at ECU events we've been at by other folks. But you never hear that. You never hear.
Troy, you and I have asked stupid questions.
I've asked a
before,
stupid
too.
question before.
Yeah,
Not often,
I mean,
but
you
it
admit
can happen.
Yeah.
But I've never gone after a coach like that or anything. But no one's ever done that to me either.
Yeah, and he's right. It was a rhetorical question. Of course, he heard the booze. Everybody could hear it.
Yeah.
He
should have. See, if I was him, I would have tied it into a question. After hearing the booze, did it affect your play? That's a legit question, I think. Did it bother you, and did it have an effect on how you were playing?
Yeah.
Of course he heard the booze. I would already go ahead and assume he heard it.
And even after that...
Now, that might have been a good question, and you might have got a good answer.
Yeah.
Maybe I should be covering baseball up there.
Yeah, you should.
Get that moron fired.
It was a stupid question, and instead of doing what you kind of said, like moving on to the next one, okay, clearly you heard it, he just challenged him on it. Yeah. Like, it's not a stupid question. It's not. It was a good question. And then you had the Tom McClellan, Malcolm Gray guy stepping in there.
Yes,
you also heard his voice.
Yeah.
All right, we got it, guys. We got it. We're good here.
Yeah.
Hit it again, Shirley. I love the back and forth.
I got to hear this.
Stupid question, not a stupid question, stupid question.
Did you hear the blues there when you struck out and they playing the game there?
No, man, I lost my hearing.
So you didn't hear it?
Come on, man, that's a stupid question.
Why is it a stupid question?
Can anybody else answer that for him? Anybody? Yeah, man, that's a stupid question.
It's not a stupid question. If it's a stupid question, you should be equipped to answer it.
All right. I did answer it.
All right. The answer should be able to handle a stupid question.
We got the answer. That doesn't mean that I can't say that it's a stupid question.
It wasn't a stupid question. It's a legit question.
If I heard the booze, that's a rhetorical question. Of course, it's a stupid
Did you hear the
question.
booze?
That's a stupid question. We got the answer. We're good. Thanks, guys.
And you should be able to handle a stupid question.
I did.
I bet they just kept going for another hour.
I wish they didn't break them up. I wanted to hear where it was going to go.
Stupid question. It wasn't.
I love how he says, I lost my hearing. And the reporter goes, so you didn't hear the booze.
Well, and he did say it was a stupid question, and the reporter says it's not a stupid question. At the end, he goes, okay, well, it was a stupid question. You should be able to answer it. So
right. He kind of admitted it.
Yeah, he's like, all right, so if it's a stupid question, you should be fit to answer it.
Yeah, so there you go.
So childish.
A few do's and don'ts this upcoming football season.
Yeah, we're above that here.
I've been trying to think of a stupid question to Mike Houston and see if he'll tell me it's a stupid question.
I can't wait for you and Will Bland to go back and forth in a couple of weeks at Parker's Barbecue.
Should I have a stupid question for him?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to ask one stupid question just to see if they'll come back at me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These guys are too nice.
I think they are too.
That's Philly. It's different.
I said Will Bland because he's the coach for J.H.
And
Rose,
you're better than that.
Conley, but Will Bland, I don't think he would blow up.
Yeah.
Nah.
Clip, you're too good to ask a stupid question.
None of these guys would. So
try to ask a stupid question to C.J. Wilson. Who will be there?
He'll still be imposing. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. All right, Troy, are you coming back here in the 5 o'clock hour?
Yeah. What's going on at 4 o'clock?
Oh, yeah. John Moody. Did you see the race yesterday? That's like 3 in a row for me. So Denny Hamlin won. Kurt Busch finished second. And both of them got DQ'd. Chase Elliott wins.
Are you serious?
I am serious. It is.
So what am I in the hole now? $20?
30.
You sure?
Yeah.
I'm going to take your word on this.
I'm positive.
I did not see the race.
By the way, shout out John Moody. Him and his wife had their second child over the weekend.
Oh. Congratulations to the little Moody.
Little Moods.
He's little Moody.
Let's see. I'm going to check the results real quick to see how many in a row. Oh, I can't tell this way because other guys win. But so Truex, Elliott, and then Elliott again. So, yeah, that's 4 in a row, Troy did.
And I was up at one point. So we got even, and now I'm in the hole.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
thanks for the great news.
Vince McMahon has popped up in NASCAR, apparently, with that wacky.
Now, I have said this about Vince McMahon. If you haven't heard the news, Vince McMahon now stepping down from his role as chairman and creative director at WWE. East Carolina alum, one of the most famous and wealthiest East Carolina alums in history. Took over his dad's company and made it a multi-billion-dollar business, and took it publicly traded. Has been a lot of I don't know if I would even say it was accusations, because he's paid off women that he's had affairs with, and now this has come public because he used company money to do it. It's a publicly traded company, so some of this has come to light. Anyway, no longer with the company was the news last week. I said, if I'm running AEW, which is a rival now that has started against WWE, I reach out to Vince McMahon and I say, hey, we will sign you. What do you need? Let's do it. Could you, the ultimate heel, Vince McMahon, after probably feels like WWE's done him wrong, now goes with the competition. Wouldn't that be a hell of a storyline?
It would be a huge story. Do you think you should do it?
Should he?
Yeah.
If he wants to.
Can I do a hypothetical?
No, don't do a hypothetical because I know where you're going with this and I don't want to talk about it.
Why not? Hypothetical?
No, because Ellerby doesn't like stuff like this. I know where you're going. Don't do the hypothetical. I don't want to hear it.
All right. Okay.
No, I know where you're going. And the answer is no, he shouldn't do it.
I like to put myself or someone else in that situation just to get a feel for it. Okay, but I won't.
That changed your answer quick, didn't it, bud?
No, he shouldn't do it. You're right.
All right, we got Brian Bailey coming up next.
Gotcha.
I'll be back at 5. I'm going to take a break.
Houston football preview coming up around 4:30, and also Zach Agnos, Bryson Worrell later on in the show. Troy D will give you an hour rest and talk to you at 5.
See you then. Thanks, guys.
Brian Bailey coming up, talking football after this.
So, how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So, Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
So, how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So, Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
If you have family coming over this summer, the last thing you need is sweaty relatives. Guarantee your air conditioning system is ready to keep everybody cool. Call Delcor. Buy a new train system and make no payments until 2023. It's hard to stop a train. With inflation and high gas prices, you don't need another payment. So buy this month and make no payments until 2023. Go to DelcorInc.com or call 252-321-8868. Delcor, the service professionals.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank that's in your corner when you need them. This is Chris Richards from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Ashley Capps, Bonner Latham, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business, come and see one of our experienced team members at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Member FDIC.
This is Braxton Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. If you're looking to purchase a home, it is still a great time, and being pre-qualified before you begin shopping is an advantage. At Angel Oak, we offer a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans that can fit most financial situations. To get started, contact our experienced team of Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, Wanda Hager, or myself, Braxton Green, at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
Your first stop for shopping is at Shimmer Boutique. This is Ashley from Shimmer. We are fully stocked with the latest apparel, shoes, and accessories and more. If you need gift ideas or some shopping therapy for yourself, stop by today. Looking for the hottest shoes on the market? Shimmer has the biggest selection of Hey Dudes anywhere. Shimmer has the newest Yeti products and colors. Want this year's most popular bag? Shimmer has a great selection of all your bog bag needs and accessories. Shimmer in Greenville, Winterville, and Jacksonville.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has more American Airlines flights. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
This pepperoni was carefully placed by hand by a pizza maker at Papa John's. Just like this one, and that one over there. Ooh, and even these in the crust. Get yourself the new epic pepperoni stuffed crust pizza, only at Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, the Papa John's Epic Stuffed Crust One-Topping Pizza is only $13.99 and is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, the official pizza of the ECU Pirates.
Hey, Pirate Nation, this is Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty. I've been in Greenville over 25 years. I'm a proud graduate of ECU. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, then give me a call today and let me help make your real estate process fun and easy. I keep it simple and explain the process every step of the way. My goals are your goals. There are no long-term contracts, and you always deal with me from start to finish. The right home starts with the right agent. Call me, Scott Harris, at 347-1857. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC will match all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. That was a good segment. We'll bring that back when we have more time. Maybe an hour 3.
What would you call that segment, Clip?
Troy D's tab cleanup.
Such a good segment. I never left the studio.
Well, tab roulette.
Yeah.
So Troy's got a lot of tabs open.
Yeah,
and
on my laptop.
He scrolls over, and we tell him to stop, and he clicks on it.
We see what it is, and then whether we need to keep it or not.
And there are legitimately some we found worth saving.
Yeah, well,
a couple we saved and a couple we deleted.
We looked at about 4 or 5, and we only deleted 1.
No, I thought 2.
Well, two.
Yeah.
And it's where you went back to a page and it was no longer there.
Vineyard Vines was closed out. My bag was empty.
Yep.
And then there was something at that pool store that was closed out.
And I am not just pointing the finger at Troy. I checked my email. I have 12,923 emails in my inbox.
Rookie numbers.
So I need to do some cleaning of my own. So, all right, let's maybe we'll revisit that later in the show. We'll do some live on the air Troy's tabs. That could get interesting.
That could get interesting. That could get a little wild.
All right, Brian Bailey joining us on the Pirate Radio Live line. Missed him last week. He's back this week. BB, how you doing, man?
Doing well and getting set for next Monday, 12 noon, with head coach Mike Houston for the hour. So we're looking forward to it.
The Brian Bailey Show will be back right here on Pirate Radio coming up next Monday. So Mike Houston going to lead you off, Bailey. And then that following Monday will be at Parker's Barbecue for the Big Carolina 3A, 4A Media Day, one of my favorite events of the year. So that week you're going to be doing your show on Tuesday, correct?
Correct. We'll do that on Tuesday. And we'll probably going to center in on high school football with the theme that week. So we'll have some of the interviews from the Parker's event for the Big Carolina 3A, 4A. That'll be our Tuesday topic at noon on that Tuesday, and then we'll come back and be back on our regular Monday slate the next week. And Mike Oresco is going to join us, the commissioner of the American Athletic Conference. So
good deal.
Got some big shows planned.
Good deal. Starting to preview some high school football. I already talked to Will Bland and Nate Connor from J.H. Rose, D.H. Conley, respectively. We'll talk to Perry Owens coming up tomorrow on the show, head football coach out at Washington, trying to get all these guys on the show, Bailey, while they do some work, but gear up for official practice beginning, I guess, next week, right?
Begins on Monday, August the 1st, and anxious to see what time some of the teams are going to go. Some schools, they try to go early. Some schools will go later in the afternoon. Historically, Rose goes later in the afternoon. Conley usually goes early in the morning. South Central usually goes in the morning, but I don't know for this year. We're still trying to track some of that stuff down. But, yeah, first day of high school football practice is always a big deal.
Looking forward to it. Looking forward to another year of Touchdown Friday as well, Bailey. And talking to Will Bland, they had the coaches convention, I guess, a few weeks ago, and he said one of the topics there was maybe expanding to another classification, maybe going all the way to 5A. And you hear about the conferences changing, which we saw with the Big Carolina 3A, 4A, and now maybe a classification change. It seems like there's always changes going on in high school sports, and I don't know if they'll ever, fix all the issues, but is that needed, another classification, do you think, in high school sports?
It probably is needed. I mean, football for years has subdivided, and they're getting rid of that. We're going to have 8 state champions, and that's probably too many. But 5 sounds like a pretty good number. I don't know, if they went to 5, from our area, Conley and New Bern would be the 2 that are 4A now. Would they be 5A? And I'm not quite sure. I don't know what the numbers would be. But, the rest of them were, that Big Carolina 3A, 4A, most of them are 3A, at the 3A level. So then everything kind of splits up a little bit. What you don't want to do is have a tri-split. You don't want to have 3As, 4As, and 5A. So I think sometimes when you try to fix one thing, it's like you're plugging holes elsewhere.
Yeah, and I think that's the case, which is why we keep seeing changes so many times when it comes to high school sports across the state. Talking to Brian Bailey. Bailey, looking forward to some Pirate football as well, counting down the days. Talked to Coach Donnie Kirkpatrick and Blake Harrell on Friday. They're very optimistic about what they have on their sides of the ball this year. And Donnie saying C.J. Johnson back on the team, has had a good offseason, done everything they asked of him. And with him and the additions they've made this offseason at receiver, it's kind of gone from, boy, this looks like a position of weakness for East Carolina to it could end up being a strength. We'll see when all those guys get on the field together.
Yeah, and the word is that CJ is going to move to that slot position that Tyler Snead had. And when you think about it, Tyler was so little and squirted around through there and made so many big plays. CJ's got a little bigger body on him. And if he, and apparently in talking to some of the guys, that he really likes that role. And so they're looking for big things out of him. And I think that's great. In life, sometimes you need a second chance. Hopefully CJ can take advantage of this one and just have a great year.
Think about some speed on the outside and have Jones and Johnson on the inside. Holden Ahlers has got to be liking his chances with matchups there.
I'll tell you, the other thing he likes is that offensive line.
Yeah.
It's got to be the best offensive line that Coach Houston's had since he's been here. And, the more they protect Holton, the better off, it's going to be. I mean, we've seen Holton have just monumental days, back at quarterback. If he's got time, he can sling it around.
Seen a lot of chatter today and pretty much every day about, with tickets going on sale, single game tickets for Pirate Clubbers today. There was some talk about the opener against NC State and NC State fans predicting how much red will be in the stadium that day. And the state's gearing up. I've seen people call this, their most anticipated season in a long, long time. I guess since the Chuck Amato days where they had Phillip Rivers and thought they had a shot to maybe finish top 10 in the year. But they are jacked up about this football team in Raleigh this year, Bailey. It's going to be a showdown coming up in September.
Well, it's going to be fun. I mean, it's going to be, the closer and closer we get to it, and State does. They have high aspirations. I mean, they're talking, making it to the ACC championship game and all kind. I mean, they have a good football team coming back. So it just depends on how they put it all together. But until you get out there, you don't know. You may think you know what you've got, but you don't know what you've got until you get out there. And that'll be a tremendous test for them. If they come in and take East Carolina lightly, it could be a long day for the Wolfpack because that stadium's going to be rocking. It's going to be 115 degrees. It's going to be something special.
Cannot wait. Our pregame coverage will get underway 8 a.m. that morning. Brian Bailey will be a part of that, and looking forward to a fun day and a fun season of football. Also, don't forget the Pirate Radio football kickoff party coming up on September 1st at the State Theater in downtown Greenville. You can go to pr927fm.com, get your tickets for just $10 before the event sells out. Bailey, you're going to be partying with us that night, right?
Oh, yeah. I always got that. The only hiccup in that deal is some teams in high school football will play on that Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
It's Labor Day weekend. There aren't a whole lot on the schedule right now, but that's the Thursday that if there's any threat of rain at all on Friday, that they'll certainly move them to Thursday. So if there's no threat of rain, there'll be a handful of teams playing. But if there's any kind of threat of rain at all on Friday, they'll move it to Thursday to make sure they get them in. So that's the only hang-up each year.
A little touchdown Thursday action, perhaps, on WNCT Channel 9. Brian Bailey joining us. NFL training camps getting underway. Bailey, there's no football on this Thursday, but next Thursday there will be with the Hall of Fame game with the Jaguars and Raiders. And again, that's we're not going to know a lot of faces. I doubt Zay Jones runs too many plays, if any, for Jacksonville, but it'll be football on TV. So that's kind of exciting, right?
It always is when that first one pops in there and you realize that, hey, we're going to have football for a long, long time. And, it's, I was sitting in Tiebreakers talking to the Pirate Radio boys and Bram Anderson, and I said, one of the great things is if you have a Saturday, and we're going to have a couple of Saturdays off.
Yeah.
Pirates play a couple of Fridays, but going into a place and just watching all the TVs and watching all the games and keeping up with it, I mean, it's just a magical time of the year, man. Football season is the best.
I think, Bailey, I'll look it up right now. This might be the first time ever. I want to say we get 3 straight Saturdays off. Let me look at it real quick. You got October 28th against BYU. Then you got a week off. Then you got another Friday game. So 3 straight Saturdays off watching college football and NFL.
Yeah, that'd be fun. And it's just, that's what I always say about football season. You in my job, you build to get to Friday night for Touchdown Friday, and we've got 4 home games for East Carolina to start. So, we start a couple of weeks before the first home game. So we'll have 6 or 7 Touchdown Fridays before the Pirates go on the road. I get a chance to go with them again this year, so that'll be fun. But, yeah, those 3 Saturdays are, having them off, that'll be different for everybody involved in Pirate football.
Bailey, with NFL training camps approaching, let's rank the quarterbacks in the NFC East. Your Cowboys have Dak. My Commanders my Commodores have Carson Wentz, Daniel Jones with the Giants, Jalen Hurts with the Eagles. How do you rank them 1 to 4?
I've seen so many people have Hurts ahead of Dak, and I just don't see that. I mean, and I don't think Dak is a world beater. And I think probably he did get a little bit. They should have signed him before they did, and they had to overpay a little bit. But I think Dak's the best in that division. And I guess I go Jalen second, and then I don't know who I go third. I don't know.
You're going to eat your words here.
Daniel Jones, maybe?
You think Daniel Jones is better than Wentz?
Well, I don't have a lot of confidence in Carson Wentz because I think there's something going on. It's because, he gets bounced out of Philly, then he gets bounced out of Indy after a year. I mean, what's wrong with the guy? The guy obviously has an arm.
It bothers me that you want your quarterback to be liked by his teammates, and it seems like Carson Wentz is not liked by his teammates.
Yeah. I was going to tell you this, too. We were on vacation last week in Cozumel, and there was not one Commanders sighting anywhere. They had different, they do like these little leather boots with the NFL logos on them and different, helmets that they do that I've got a couple of them like out of skulls. But finally the last day I found a Commodore, a Commanders.
Well, did they have any Redskin stuff, or was it just none?
They had Redskin stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
They had some Redskin stuff.
Because you brought me back a luchador mask one year with the Redskins logo.
I looked for another mask, but I couldn't. A couple of masks. And then I put on the, as Troy Dreyfus said, the dress, but I put on the deal that they had there. That was kind of.
Well, what do you call it?
The poncho.
Oh, okay.
Poncho, it's not dress.
You look good. Are you rocking that to watch your games this year?
No. I didn't buy it. I just tried it on just to what it would look like.
That was a good look.
That would have been funny.
You're right, though. From a merchandising standpoint, I think the Commanders are falling behind in that department. So.
And and we've talked about this so many times, and it's none of my business because that's not my favorite team. But you would have thought that one of the things that they would have thought about in a new name is how to market it and how to get fans excited about that logo and that mascot. And I'm not even sure if you have a mascot.
You should be able to answer a simple question, and that question is, what is a commander? And I don't know the answer to that.
And it's just, but it's baffling that you just don't, the uniforms, the burgundy and gold and the Commanders across, the chest, but you had a chance to really, if you're going to if you're going to break history like you're doing, you have a chance to do something different and something that people would, you want people to buy your jersey, you want people to buy, cups and anything, and I just don't know with the Commanders what they're going to do, but.
Win me some games and I'll be happy. I swear. That's all I want.
We're one of those Star Wars guys in the white uniforms as the commander. Put him on the helmet.
Wait, what is that called? Star Wars. Who are the guys? Who are the guys in the Stormtroopers? I think you're talking about.
Yeah.
We're not the Washington Stormtroopers.
The Storm Commanders.
I don't know what the hell we are, Bailey. I just hope we can do something. We can beat the Jaguars week 1.
We are.
Yeah.
I hope not.
All right, BB joining us. Bailey, what else you got going on? What are you covering here locally? About to get into high school football here pretty soon, but what you got between now and then?
Well, it's kind of one of those things that you hope all the Pirates keep making all those watch lists because that helps you as far as your TV sportscast goes. I was at the Holt Nailers football camp. Holt did a great job with that first ever football camp that he had on Saturday at DH Conley. Now, it was hot. It was really hot. But it was very well organized. It started on time. The kids, I think, had a great time, and I really enjoyed being out there with those guys. Xavier Smith was out there. Mason Garcia was out there. Keith Mitchell was out there. Some other players. It was a lot of fun, and I think the guys, I think the players enjoyed it. I think Holton enjoyed it, and I think the kids, they all seemed like they enjoyed it. The heat was the only problem, but they kept water in them and they kept Gatorade in them, and it was a good Saturday morning of football. Kind of gets you in the mood for getting into camp. I talked to some of the players and said, how do you survive camp? And they said, you just try to take it one day at a time. It's a grind.
And like anything, Bailey, there's good and bad, and there's a lot of people opposed to the NIL just 100% across the board. Don't like it, not going to deal with it, not going to think. But one of the positives is you can have a guy run a football camp, and that was positive for a lot of people over the weekend, I would imagine.
It really was, and yeah, that's one of the positives. And there are some positives. Whether we were talking about that at lunch as well, and I just think it needs to be regulated in some way. I just think that some of the bigger schools are just going to, it's the rich get richer, and I think somehow you got to regulate it some, but everybody doesn't agree with that. So, but yeah, I'm glad to see the guys getting a chance, to take advantage of their name, image, and likeness. But it's still, a kid at East Carolina is not going to get what a kid at Texas gets, but I guess that's the way of the world.
Yep, and we lack leadership in that department. Somebody making rules at the college level, and until that happens, I guess it's going to be the Wild Wild West. It appears so. Yep. Brian Bailey joining us on the Pirate Radio Live Line. BB, we'll see you here in the Pirate Radio studios coming up next Monday. Brian Bailey Show, fall debut with Coach Mike Houston. Looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it as well. Take care.
Brian Bailey joining us on the Pirate Radio Live Line. Brian Bailey Show returning next Monday. Another sign that we are getting close to football season.
He's back.
Also, another sign we're getting close to football season. Brian Bailey in a Cowboys dress. Troy did.
Yeah, I saw that, and the Cowboys purse. Talked to him at lunch about it today. And I asked him if he would wear it on the show Monday. He's like, "Well, I don't have it." I'm like, "What do you mean you don't have it?" "Oh, I didn't get it. He didn't buy it."
He put on the entire thing. Put it on.
So the guy wanted $75 for it, which I thought was a little excessive.
That's a little much.
Bailey talked him down. He went down to 20. Bailey said, "Will you take 10?" He said, "No, I want 20." He goes, "Well, then he goes, "Then I don't want it then." And then he goes, "Well, let me just take a picture with it." And then it was like, "Well, that's going to be $10 for a picture." And Bailey didn't want to pay him $10 for the picture. So I was like, "Bailey, I would have given you $20 just so you'd have to wear that in public somewhere, like a tiebreaker, so it'd be hilarious." I was like,
"Can I see it?"
It was the Cowboys. What would you call that?
He called it a poncho.
It's like a Mexican poncho, like one of those deals. But it goes down.
The purse.
It's hanging past his shorts.
No, well, that's separate. The purse is separate.
It's hanging past his shorts, so it looks like a dress.
And it's braided like a dress at the end. So it literally looks like a Cowboys dress.
Yeah.
And I was so hoping he had it, but he only took a picture in it. So all we have is the photograph.
After every Cowboys loss this year, Clip, are you going to post that picture?
Yes.
Now the purse, he would say, is a man satchel.
Yeah.
But it's a purse.
It's a satchel.
Well, he's standing in front of the store, which is all women's clothing.
Correct.
So Felly jewelry and handcrafts.
Yes. I said, you're in a Cowboys dress. This is perfect. How 2022?
Yeah, I mean, look.
Yeah.
Do what makes you feel good.
Live your truth, Brian.
How about them cowgirls? Brian Bailey. What a look.
Yeah, so if you want that, if you're a Cowboy fan, that is still available at the greater, where did he go? Cozumel area.
Sofelli.
At least he doesn't look as stupid as other Cowboy fans.
He's not dumb like some Cowboy fans. That's awesome. Good stuff.
Oh, yeah. So it was beautiful.
I'm not dumb like some Cowboy fans.
No, not at all.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We will
Did we ever put that online, or did we retweet that or share it so people can see it?
I did personally. I don't know if
we did. Pirate Radio did. Okay,
it's out
all right.
there.
CJ's shaking his head.
Check it out on our Facebook.
I just want people to be able to see it and really appreciate the beauty of the dress and purse and Brian Bailey.
Those little toothpick legs coming out of it. Bailey's big ass-eating grin. It's a great picture.
He's got the opposite of cankles.
Yeah.
What's the opposite of that? No ankles. Nankles.
Yeah, nankles. He's got them nankles. All right, we'll take a break. Come back. When we return, we will talk some Houston Cougars football. One of Troy D's favorite coaches, Dana Holgerson, coming to Greenville.
Best hair in the league.
He's still rocking it. We'll talk about the Cougs when we return after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
That perfect tractor package you've been eyeing at Quality Equipment just got a little more perfect. Haul your next 1, 3, or 5 Series John Deere tractor off the lot on your brand new trailer. Visit our site at QualityEquip.com to add it to your package. Start with Quality Equipment to get any task done right. We've got the full line of John Deere equipment priced right with low monthly payments and special financing. Plus, we service everything we sell. Visit QualityEquip.com to see our latest offers.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hey, Pirate Nation, Warren's now has 2 locations. In Greenville across from Ron Ayers Motorsports and the Chocowinity location next to the fire department. Stop in today for hot dogs, pizza, subs, apple and peach turnovers, homemade lemonade, and breakfast in Chocowinity featuring homemade cheese, ham and chicken biscuits, plus sausage dogs and more. Warren's Hot Dogs. Want some? Get some. Go Pirates.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles, and welcome inside the booth. Is the greatest shooter of all time, also one of the greatest players of all time. I'll have some thoughts right after this.
Hey, Pirate Nation, come party with us for the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party. It's back and approaching fast. Tickets are on sale right now for only $10. 100% of the ticket sales will be donated to local charities. Join our Pirate Radio crew Thursday, September 1st at the State Theater in downtown Greenville, featuring 80s music by The Breakfast Club, plus many more special surprises. Go to PR927fm.com right now to get your tickets before it sells out. And go Pirates!
The consensus is Steph Curry is the greatest shooter of all time. Even great shooters like Reggie Miller and Ray Allen admit that Curry is the greatest shooter. Now with 4 rings while playing with the Golden State Warriors, can we put Curry in one of the greatest players of all time category? I say yes. His Warriors have been to the final 6 of the last 8 years. That says dynasty with 4 championships. Watching the finals this year, Curry showed he's more than a shooter. He takes the ball to the basket now with so much more strength and confidence and has become a great finisher. He's always been a fine playmaker and passer, and now he can hold his own on defense with his added strength and size. It's hard to believe Steph Curry is 34 years old and has played 14 years in the NBA. It's time to tell it like it is. Steph Curry truly is one of the greatest players of all time. Come on back again next time, and we'll visit inside the booth.
Welcome to US Cellular, where new and current customers choose any phone they want for free.
Free? Even the one with 5G and lots of storage?
Free.
And the one with the latest everything?
Free.
At US Cellular, any phone you see is free, whether you're a new or current customer. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
We all love using Uber Eats, DoorDash, and grocery pickup. It makes life so much easier. Well, now there is cellular delivery, and the team at Cellular Warehouse has perfected the process. They will deliver your new phone right to your door with all your information loaded on the new phone, and the best thing is there is no charge for this awesome service. And you don't have to waste half the day sitting in a Cellular store. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 and let his team of experts make your cellular delivery today. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent, serving all of Eastern North Carolina.
Pirate radio sounds different.
Different is good. You are all the same. You'll be ashamed.
Because different is good.
Oh, yeah.
Pirate radio.
This This hour of PRL is brought to you by Tommy's Express Car Wash. Come experience the difference at Tommy's. Now open at the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road. Doesn't your car deserve it? Visit Tommy's Express Car Wash today. Now back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you have real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about the real estate market, or do you need a property manager for rental houses? ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX and SD Harris Properties can help answer every question you have and show you a stress-free real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. If you have a real estate question, Scott has answers. Give him a call today at 347-1857. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, here on a Monday, coming up hour 3 of today's show. We got Zach Agnos, new member of the Colorado Rockies organization, and Bryson Worrell for the Braves organization, as we were happy to hear that at the end of
this
last
hour
week.
Of PRL.
Say what?
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
That was inadvertent.
Troy, are you pulling a 3-hour shift?
I was literally about to say, you can do whatever the hell you want. You own this thing. But you literally said, see y'all in the 5 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
And you stuck around.
Yeah, it didn't mean I was leaving the 4 o'clock hour. I just said I'll definitely see you in the 5 o'clock hour. But I'm here. I might as well go the distance.
He's going the distance.
The whole 3 hours.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to get your hands dirty again, Clip, every once in a while, and put in the time.
There you go. I like it. I like it. Setting an example for the rest of us.
We're getting ready to be in our busy season, and I need to get back in shape.
I saw this tweet by a college football account. Kids these days will never know how special this show was, and it's college football final with Reese Davis, Lou Holtz, and Mark May.
That was.
I remember that.
Are we nostalgic about that show, though? I mean, do you miss it?
There's a couple shows. I'd say that show. We've talked about this before. Clip back before the internet, and the only NFL highlight show was Chris Berman and the guy from the Broncos, Tom Jackson. And it was the best highlight show out there.
NFL primetime.
Yes.
That
was appointment TV if you were a male adult growing up or college student in the 90s.
So there's probably a generation, maybe Chandler's age, that is nostalgic about this show. They did
football final was a big one.
The helmet stickers, remember?
Yes. Yeah, they've had Shane Carden. They had Shane Carden on, I remember, in 2014. Question 1, do I remember a lot of people hating Mark May?
He was probably more of the villain in that show.
I think there was...
because everybody likes Lou Holtz.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like Lou Holtz? Everybody likes Lou.
And then 2, where the hell is Mark May?
Chris Fowler. Here's a fast fact about Chris Fowler.
First fast fact, that's not Chris Fowler.
Reese Davis.
I'm sorry, Reese Davis. I'm thinking
first fact, Chris Fowler is not Reese Davis.
Yeah, I know.
That's the first fact.
I get those guys mixed up. They are very similar.
Honestly, I do too.
Chris Fowler sat in front of me at a concert.
Now, Fowler or Davis?
Fowler.
Okay.
Who?
Chris Fowler.
David?
No. In front of me at a concert at Walnut Creek in Raleigh a number of years ago.
That is a cool story.
No, I remember talking to him, shaking his hand, saying hello.
He's got a good voice.
But it was a while ago because for whatever reason, it was before these cell phones had cameras on them.
All right.
So I think it was like early 2000s.
And just to be 100% sure, you are talking about Chris Fowler.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I do get him mixed up sometimes with Reese Davis, but Fowler is the guy that I talked to. And I did talk about East Carolina. He was very familiar with ECU, to his credit. And he'll talk about ECU on ESPN.
Once football season starts, Chris Fowler will be 60 years old. It's kind of tough to think about.
And he looks, he doesn't look old.
No, he doesn't.
I would watch college football final on Monday mornings before school on ESPNU.
Oh, on the replay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Get all the highlights who won. But serious question that I asked, where the hell is Mark May?
I think I like Mark May more than others just because he was, part of the Hogs and won Super Bowl.
I don't know. Whatever happened to Mark May?
What's he doing
once
now?
he left ESPN?
Good question.
He's never been hurt. Most of these guys recycle. There's so many different venues now and places to talk.
You don't see him on like CBS
or one of these CBS College Sports Network or there's a million Foxes out there.
He literally fell off the face of the planet.
Is he alive?
He last tweeted on May the 15th.
Okay.
May the 15th to be with you. But I don't see him as far as
a personality
media.
Like if you click his title or his What does it say in his profile?
Only official Twitter account for two-time Super Bowl champion and college football Hall of Fame inductee Mark May. Instagram, Mark May Day May.
But it doesn't say like what he's doing. Like if he was working somewhere, it would say analyst for.
He might just be out of it completely.
Big Ten Network,
which you really don't ever see.
Right.
These guys kind of.
Him and Lou Holtz used to get into it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think it was an act. I think he liked getting under Lou's skin.
Yeah. Mixing it up, like you said, being the heel on the show,
which is what you liked about him, I think.
All right, let's just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah.
So we are a tad nostalgic for college football final, it appears.
Yeah.
Let's talk some college football now with Sam Razz from the Scott and Holman podcast. We've been talking to these guys for years about Houston Cougar athletics. They have a podcast, cover it all when it comes to Houston sports. We'll talk football now with Sam. Sam, we appreciate your time on the program. How you doing today?
Doing great, Cliff. Always good to talk the Cougars with you.
Appreciate you joining us today. A lot of optimism for the Cougars coming up in 2022. We have the Phil Steele magazine in our studio now, and he has Houston tied at the top with Cincinnati and UCF, the three teams heading to the Big 12. I've seen Houston pick first in some publications, some preseason prediction polls. So a lot of optimism, Sam. Looks like the Cougs are looking forward to a big year this year.
Yeah, I would say the most optimism Houston Cougar football has had around it since the 2016 season, Tom Herman's second season, and going into that season, the Oklahoma game and everything about that. So Cougar fans, I think, are happy to be here versus the 5-6 years in the interim, even though last year was a real positive year. And I think at least some of that optimism is because it's a reasonably favorable AAC schedule. There's still certainly some banana peels in the schedule. I think, honestly, we'll probably get to it later, none scaring me more than the trip in November to Greenville. But I think anytime you miss UCF and Cincy for your regular season schedule in this conference as presently constructed, you're at least putting yourself on the inside track to be playing in December for the conference title. And I think that's broadly where this fan base expects the team to be again for the second year in a row.
Houston and East Carolina played a classic last year. I remember it most for it being the same night that the Braves knocked off the Dodgers to win the NLCS, but also remember that being a long day, a long evening. Houston ends up winning at 31-24 in overtime in front of about 50 fans that stuck it out for that long delay. But that was a memorable one there, Sam.
It really was. I have a little funny and promise quick side story with that. I actually scheduled something that evening with my significant other out here in my current town of Vegas to see one of our shows here. And I actually watched the finish of that overtime in the lobby of the Flamingo Hotel here, just losing years off my life, absolutely certain that ECU was going to take an overtime, that U of H had truly just given that one away. I think if you have a good season where you win 12 games, like Cougar football did last year, you're going to steal at least one of those 12 wins. And I think the Cougars did not steal any game more than they did that one against the Pirates, getting pretty badly outplayed at critical points that game and still managing to sneak out with a win after that, whatever it was, 8-9 hour weather delay. So certainly an exciting one, probably not the ending that Pirates fans wanted, certainly not the viewing experience that I enjoyed, but yeah, that was quite the game. Quite memorable for probably not the best reasons for both of our fan bases.
Yeah, Pirates won some close ones last year. That was one that they were on the wrong side of in overtime. And this year's Houston matchup, you mentioned it coming up on November 19th in Greenville, and it's going to be at the end of a pretty brutal stretch for East Carolina. I guess you can start it at Tulane October 8th, but they go at Tulane versus Memphis versus UCF, at BYU, at Cincinnati, and then Houston coming here. And I know you guys from the podcast have come to Greenville in the past. Any plans to get to Greenville again for your last time this year?
Oh, that was one we talked about it actually when we left Greenville last time, Dustin and I, about, it's pretty fun. We should come back here when ECU is decent again. And I would say, at the very least, the 2022 version of ECU football will clear that bar.
Yeah.
I also didn't anticipate I would be living about 2,000 miles from SIM. So I don't know if I am. I can't speak for my co-host. I was doing at least a couple road trips this year. I don't know if I will be out in beautiful Greenville for a return trip in 2022.
Yeah, you got some more manageable trips, I would say, on the schedule other than Greenville, North Carolina. Talking to Sam Razz today. And, Sam, let's talk about the quarterback, Clayton Tune, 30 touchdowns, 10 picks last season, over 3,500 yards. Also did some damage on the ground, and a lot of people excited about him returning this year. What makes him such a good quarterback?
I think what we knew going into last year, we knew he had the physical tools, had a very good arm, had an ability, not just the raw mobility, but the ability to know where he was in the field and to make stuff happen with his feet. And he had a real terrible start to the 2021 season, about the worst start you could have, threw 4 picks against Texas Tech, and it's just like, okay, well, is it ever going to come together for this guy? And I think getting dinged up actually was sort of a blessing in disguise for him. He suffered a hamstring injury at the end of the Rice game. I think sat out largely the week after that. But that kind of forced him to be a pocket quarterback. It kind of forced him to work within that space and to not just pull the ball and run whenever the situation maybe looked a little bit hairy. It really forced him to be more of a passer. And I think you saw against, I would say, a pretty friendly stretch of the schedule after the first week of last season, get his confidence where it needed to be. Then by the end of the season, you really saw a guy who put it all together. Always knew he was a guy who was well-respected and liked by his teammates, always had a good arm, was always a tough guy, but you never saw him put it together for 4 quarters. You could see one good game and then one game where he was a liability. And I think you finally saw it all click for him in his 4th collegiate season last year, and you're now seeing a guy who has the arm talent, has the intangibles, and now has the confidence of a full season of mostly playing as a pretty high-level quarterback. I think that's the exciting part. He's coming into the season healthy. Obviously, what Clayton Tune will look like in mid to late-ish November when our two teams meet, I think very TBD. We'll have most of the season on him at that point. But I think why Cougar fans are most excited is that he's a guy who's shown an unbelievable amount of arm talent, an unbelievable amount of toughness, and now over more than a game or two over the course of most of a season, shown that he can be a high-level quarterback, a quarterback at the standard of this program, which for the last 20 years, you can go back 30 or 40 even to Andre Ware and David Klingler, has a pretty high standard for quarterbacking.
Sam Razz joining us. Sam, I remember you reminded me of something there. I remember having Houston in that opener, and I want to say they got off to a lead and then end up losing that game 38-21 to Texas Tech. And I just got to remind myself not to completely write off teams after one game, because after that game, I was like, all right, well, Houston's a pretender. They're and then they go on that long winning streak, finally losing again in the championship to Cincinnati, but winning a bowl game against Auburn really proves that, you want to get out of September if you can unscathed, but just because you lose one early, it doesn't make a season. An incredible year last year for you guys.
Yeah, it was definitely a learning experience for us. And I think something that was very telling, we had on the team's director of player personnel and ops guy, Ryan Dorchester, I think it was early November of last season. And something he said about Clayton Tune was very telling. He just said that you couldn't have told from his body language and demeanor when he came into the film room the day after that Tech game, whether he had been the star of the show or whether he'd had just about the worst game imaginable. Yeah. And I think that's why I'm so bullish on what the guy can do in addition to seeing a full season. And it's kind of educational. 1 week does not a team make. And I think you go the opposite direction. One I think about a lot, doesn't relate to either of our teams, but you'll probably remember this one. The 2020 season opener between LSU and Mississippi State last year. Or in 2020, excuse me. And when you saw that, it's like, wow, Mike Leach's offense works great. Mississippi State, they're going to be, this awesome team. They just whooped the defending national champions, and then you kind of got to see that season play out, and you're like, okay, well, LSU's not very good, and Mississippi State's not very good either. So we all go kind of crazy with those 1 week sample sizes because, God, we've all gone about 8 or 9 months at that point without any kind of college football, and I think we're just so starved for some kind of narrative one way or the other. But I would say it was definitely an educational experience for us that really, even this season, I know this fan base, if we lose one to UTSA, is going to overreact to an in-state opponent. It's an in-state opponent who's not an established team. But, yeah, I think educational for all of us that week one really doesn't tell the full story. You really got to see what a team does over 14 to 15 weeks.
Sam Razz joining us from the Scott and Holman podcast. That's at SHPAWD Cast. if you want to check that out, talking Houston athletics. And let's talk about some of the guys around Tune. Who are the weapons offensively you're excited about for 2022?
The most obvious answer to that is Tank Dell. Was first team All-Conference last year. Was on at least some people's All-American team. Really, really good receiver. Not a guy who came in to U of H with a ton of fanfare. Got him out of junior college, actually, I believe originally from Daytona Beach. So not a local kid either, but showed some flashes in the COVID season. And then last year, especially once he was moved to slot, just proved to be a matchup nightmare for anyone who went against the Cougars. Was definitely somebody Tune could rely on. Tune needed someone from that receiver group to stand out. And that's been really the group that Holgerson, prior to this offseason, had the most criticism of. It was always seemed like the receivers were never where he wanted to be. And it was a decidedly different tone this offseason. Seemed a lot more excited about who was coming in. U of H really hit the portal hard, in addition to someone I'm excited about returning, Keyshawn Carter, who went out at the end of October last year. I thought really was starting to come into his own for the Cougars before his season ended kind of abruptly there. But a trio of Division I transfers I think I'm most excited about. Cody Jackson, a Houston area kid from Oklahoma, played kind of sparingly there, redshirted last year. Joseph Manjek, another Houston area kid, played at USC last year, actually got on the field a bit for the Trojans despite only getting there for fall camp. Someone I'm pretty excited about is Sammy Brown, who was at West Virginia, I believe, was at least in part previously recruited by the Holgerson staff, though I could be mixing my timelines in that. All three of those guys, and I think maybe the newcomer we're most excited about is Matthew Golden, a consensus four-star, longtime TCU commit who committed to the Cougs after TCU fired Gary Patterson and that staff. And I think the first big sign of the recruiting bump U of H is starting to get from Big 12 membership being on the horizon. Probably not a guy who would have seriously considered U of H out of high school before the move, and someone who enrolled for spring, and just every single person who got to watch the Cougars in person said, this guy is going to be one of the long line of good receivers that come out of this program. I wanted to mention real quick somebody who's not going to be with the Cougars in all likelihood for the coming season, Alton McCaskill, who had a really strong freshman season. I want to say either in rushing touchdowns or total touchdowns, led all freshmen in the country last year, was the first big recruiting coup, was another local kid, high three-star, had a lot of big offers, but elected to stay with the hometown team and had a great year last year, but tore his ACL during spring practice. Sounds like the rehab's going well, but I really would be surprised if we see him at all this season. You'll probably see a fair amount of Brandon Campbell, another USC guy who went there out of high school, local kid, should get a decent amount of those reps along with Tajon Henry with McCaskill out for the season. I think it's U of H's most deep receiver group since Herman's last year. I think it's the most dynamic group, though. A lot of those guys I mentioned are pretty unproven, so I think that'll be an exciting thing to watch for your Cougar fan is how many of the guys I just mentioned really make that jump and are ready to be, a Division I starting caliber receiver from the jump this year.
Yeah, a lot of weapons around Tune, and when you think Holgerson, and we have these preconceived notions, of course, we go back and have the research on it, but you think offense, you think flying around, a lot of points, but how about allowing 20 points per game last year defensively? That is in 2022, 2021, I mean, that's a great number to have. And do you expect the same on the defensive side of the ball this year for Houston?
Yeah, I'll start by saying U of H did lose a couple really good cornerbacks in Marcus Jones. Marcus Jones got the headlines for being one of the most dynamic return guys the sport has seen in recent memory, but that shouldn't overshadow the fact that last year he was a top 10 cornerback in the country per Pro Football Focus. I want to say your guy, Jaquan McMillan, was the only guy who consistently rated ahead of him for the season. One of those things I remember from the conference title game against Cincinnati was the great job Marcus Jones did on Alec Pierce, their, I want to say, second-round draft pick receiver, giving up 5 or 6 inches. So I don't want to assume losing him, and also Demarion Williams, who's a 3-year starter and 4th-round pick of the Ravens, I don't want to assume that there'll be no drop-off losing to top 4-round NFL draft picks. But the Cougars do have a lot of experience. They played a lot of guys in nickel, guys like Art Green, Moses Alexander, a 4-star junior college guy who's coming in, and a couple of returning starters at safety. But I think why Cougar fans are most excited is that Holgorsen was able to retain Doug Belk, who was last year's defensive coordinator. Belk's been with Holgorsen since he got to Houston. He actually, I want to say, worked the last couple of years. Holgorsen was at West Virginia as quarterbacks coach, worked under Nick Saban as a GA previously. And I think we all kind of, in our heads, were just like, okay, what G5 head coaching job or, blue blood P5 defensive coordinator job is Doug Belk going to get after the season because of just how awesome the Cougar defense was last year? And much to our pleasant surprise, Houston made him $1 million coordinator, which is a sentence that's weird coming out of my mouth. This has always been a pretty well-resourced group of 5 program, but I never thought we'd be $1 million coordinator kind of program, until some kind of future hypothetical P5 move. So keeping Doug Belk on staff, not just as a recruiter, he's one of Houston's top recruiters, but as a guy who very clearly was able to, organize and coordinate one of the better defenses in the sport last year, I think it's really exciting. You also lose Logan Hall up front, was, I believe, the first pick of the second round to the Bucks in this past draft, but UH plays a lot of guys on the defensive front, guys like DeAnthony Jones, Dot Wonkwo, and returning the captain of the defense, the middle linebacker, Donovan Newton, who's just been absolutely critical to this defense's success. So I'm bullish, but also not writing off the fact that there are a few key guys that are going to need to be replaced for this team to stay at that high level.
Seems like athletically, win-loss wise, Sam, you guys are prepared for the Big 12 when it comes to at least the 3 sports that we follow: baseball, basketball, football. Houston seems to be like they're in a really good spot to make that jump, obviously, especially what they do in hoops, but football-wise as well. And we'll get a kind of an early look at that when you guys face the Red Raiders again. But you got to be feeling optimistic, not only about this final year in the AAC, but the move to the Big 12, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think there's more work to be done. That's kind of something that athletics administration has kind of beaten into us, is that this isn't the destination. Now you've got to fundraise. You've gone from being a big group of 5 program, or certainly a well-resourced group of 5 program, to, I don't know, probably somewhere middle of the road resource,
right,
among the Power 5, among the league we're going to. I feel pretty good about the spot football is in. I think you're certainly not going to go into that league and be the conference title favorite unless something pretty dramatic happens. I think I kind of wish they could find one more year for in the couch cushions for Clayton Tune. I think I would love to see him against the Big 12 regular season schedule. You're probably going to be entering that league with some kind of quarterback transition on the Cougars' end. But men's basketball, I think, instantly ready to at least be among the better teams in that league. In baseball, I'm not as sure about, but this past season was a good step in the right direction after just completely bottoming out in 2021. So cautiously optimistic. I think this is pointed in the right direction. I think this year will be telling, I think, one way or the other in terms of what we can expect for the year immediately following in the first year against Big 12 opponents.
Sam Razz joining us. Sam, great to catch up with you, man. We'll talk to you in November, the week of the game, and talk more Pirates and Cougars. Anything on your end we need to know about? When's the next podcast coming out?
We're coming out this week, our last episode of season 7 of the show, heading into season 8, along with a lot of Cougar stuff to talk about. We're going to actually kind of assess what we just talked about. We're this last episode here in the offseason, we're going to assess the readiness of all of the Houston Cougar athletic programs for the Big 12, and then next month we're going to be getting into season previews, not just previewing all the Cougar sports, but we will have at least one episode where we take an in-depth look, not just at all the Cougar football opponents, but at what the AAC football picture looks like generally coming into the season. So a lot coming up. Always enjoy talking with you. Really great to connect with you, man. One last season together in this conference.
And, hopefully another good one between the Pirates and the Cougars later this calendar year. Sam, appreciate your time. We'll catch up with you again down the road, man.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on, Clip.
All right. Thank you, Sam. At the end of the interview, we're doing Peach Bowl play-by-play as I'm wrapping up the conversation with Sam Razz. Troy D and Chandler are fired up for football.
ECU NC State, September 3rd, high noon.
My God.
I will give you the countdown to kickoff on Thursday.
The ECU Barstool account put out the one of the last plays of the Peach Bowl, and that gets me fired up every time.
No way, does it?
So you were playing it and doing play-by-play. It's pretty good, Chandler, but you got to be situationally aware that we're on a live radio show.
You were joining me.
Yeah,
you were joining me on the fun.
Yeah.
Pass is caught. Fisher will score.
Great awareness.
I apologize.
Yeah.
Last year, ECU Houston, like many of the ECU games, went down to the wire. This one went to overtime. Houston scored. Pirates fumbled on the first play of overtime.
Yes.
When they got the ball changed.
Yes. Late night.
And this was after midnight?
Yes. I had to drink like 3 or 4 cups of coffee. There was hardly anybody at that game. It seemed like a COVID game.
Yeah.
Everybody went home. And I remember sitting at tiebreakers waiting to hear, all right, what time's the game going to start? Oh, it's bumped up another hour. Kickoff's going to be at 10:15. I mean, I was like, oh, my gosh, this is going to be
I went home after pregame and went to sleep, I think.
Yeah. Usually they only do that to the baseball team, but they do it to football now, too.
Yeah. So, and a tough loss. One of those games where the Pirates could have won. And that was a very good.
Now, if it wasn't for the delay, what do you think would have happened in that game? I always wonder about stuff like that.
No one knows.
The butterfly effect?
Yeah, I do.
I do remember a guy who I think will be really good this year for ECU, a guy we've seen be really good in the past for East Carolina, Josiah Hatfield, catching a big touchdown pass in that game very late into the night. But, we'll get our chance against the Cougars this year.
Pirates went on to win 4 straight after that loss before losing the finale to Cincinnati. So, again, it was so much fun last year to have East Carolina returning to good, competitive, close football games.
Yes.
It went through such a long stretch where it was over at halftime, over at the start of the third. Last year, you had to stay up. You had to watch it all.
The one good thing I do feel about going into this year, and if I'm here, I'll ask him. If not, I want you to ask, Clip. Coach, we went from, everything was on pins and needles 2 seasons ago with COVID, to last year things got a little bit better, but then you ended up still losing a bowl game because of it. To now, it's like, I don't even think they test that I know of anymore. It's not that big a deal. And you don't project any games being canceled because of COVID.
Oh, yeah.
So it's gone from being like almost ending the season to, oh, no, it's no big deal. Like just what the status of that is now.
Well, we're back to like
no big
thinking
deal.
only about offense, defense.
Correct.
Stuff like
I haven't, going into the preseason, last year and definitely the year before, that's all people were talking about.
Yeah, for good reason.
COVID protocols and this, and I feel like most of those are probably almost are over.
Is this school going to play? This conference is backing out, so we're not going to play that game. Like, we lost games.
And it was over last year for the fans. You didn't have to, there was no social distancing. God, I hated that term. No mask requirement. So, obviously there isn't any of that this year. But it feels like we're back to normal.
Yeah. And, we'll bring that up coming up on Friday when we talk to Coach Houston. Yeah. Looking forward to that. Coming up next, we will reach out to Zach Agnos, East Carolina everyday shortstop, but in the Rockies organization to be a professional baseball pitcher. So we'll talk to Zach Agnos coming up in hour number 3, as well as Bryson Worrell, Atlanta Braves. We'll talk about his getting signed after going undrafted. So we'll talk to Bryson and Zach coming up. Hour 3 will also make you a winner. Big hour on tap. Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Hey Chandler, what are you up to tonight?
Jenny, it's Tuesday, and I'm going to go sing with DJ Captain Morgan for karaoke at The Buck.
Well, that sounds like fun. I have to work. Well, what are you up to this weekend?
Well, believe it or not, I'm going to go listen to some live music Friday and Saturday night at The Buck.
Live music all weekend long, really?
Yep, all weekend, and they also have the biggest high-definition screen to watch all the sporting events on Sunday Fun Day.
I'm going to have to go check that out.
Yeah, just check out The Buck on Facebook or Instagram for all the information. The Buck.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Kyle Gaines from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Not only will we feature a great selection of pre-owned inventory for sale, but we'll also buy your vehicle even if you don't buy one from us. Drive a little, save a lot. Give us a call and make a short trip to Washington and let us buy your vehicle today. It is totally worth it. We also service all makes and models at our state-of-the-art service department. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram between Greenville and Washington, and WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar. Join us at the Rick House for mouth-watering steaks and made-from-scratch pastas. Check out the 16-ounce cowboy steak or the seafood delight pasta. Join us for our legendary brunch on Sundays from 10 to 2. The Rick House can feed your larger crowds with off-site catering and room for 125 in our adjacent banquet hall. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
Ahoy, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express. We're here to serve our pirate community by offering easy payments for easy ownership. For you landlubbers, R&R will install a new set of tires for just $20. $50 installs new custom wheels and tires. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
Christie's Europub is the perfect place to relax, grab a bite, and enjoy a drink. Located in the heart of Greenville and just a few blocks from ECU's campus, Christie's offers lunch, dinner, and late night with live music every Sunday. Come and have brunch Monday through Friday from 11 to 3 or Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 4. Scratch cooking takes time, so relax and enjoy a pint at Christie's Europub today. For the latest information, check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram or visit them online at christieseuropub.com. Hey Wood Ducks fans, be sure to purchase your single game tickets online at woodducksbaseball.com or by calling our front office at Granger Stadium. Advanced ticket prices for Sunday through Thursday are just $7. Friday and Saturday tickets are $12. Do you have a big group? No problem. Book your group tickets by contacting our front office now. We hope to see you out at Granger Stadium all season long. Let's go Woodies!
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
It's Bostic Sugg Furniture's Midsummer Stream event. Beautiful furniture at unbelievable low prices. Store-wide savings on beautiful looks for your home. Bonus savings of 25% off accessories. Plus 6 months special financing. We have hundreds of top name brands in stock and ready for immediate delivery. Enjoy sweet dreams on a new mattress with 48 months special financing with no minimum purchase. During the Midsummer Stream event. On now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Carolina Caliber has the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and is one of the top firearm dealers anywhere. And at Carolina Caliber, they have everything you need for hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. They buy, sell, and trade. Carolina Caliber, locally owned and operated since 1960, located on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. Stick around. Got Bryson Worrell joining us later in the show, and we're going to make you a winner here on this Monday and open up the booty bag. Clip Rock, Troy D, Chandler Honeycutt inside the Pirate Radio studios, and joining us now on the Pirate Radio Live line, stinks to say former Pirate, but former Pirate and Pirate great Zach Agnos joining us today. on PRL. Zach, good to talk with you. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. I'm excited to talk to you guys again. It's been a while.
Zach, this is Troy. Congratulations, first of all, on your deal with the Rockies. Take us to the situation where they called you, like how it went down from your perspective when you found out, what the reaction was, and what your family reaction was.
Yeah, well, first of all, I appreciate it. Honestly, I didn't really know when I was going. Towards the 6th round of my advisor started calling me and said, hey, we got some interest from the Rockies and the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays didn't have the money for it, and my advisor did his job and did his job pretty well and got me a nice little deal and called me. He said, you ready to go in the 10th round? And I said, absolutely, let's do it. And, obviously the emotions were running pretty high in the Agnos household. It's pretty emotional. Tears were definitely shed, but nonetheless, it's a special moment in every one of my family members' lives that we're always going to remember.
How much was it a tough decision, once you got drafted, let's say, hey, well, I can take this and go pro, or I could come back to East Carolina, was it always never a question, hey, if I get drafted, I'm going?
It depended on a lot. To be honest, until 2 weeks before the draft, I really was set on going back to ECU because I thought I had a lot of leverage, and then I found out that they don't really care about your year in school, but they care about your actual age, and I was going to be almost 23 by the time next year. So I definitely wanted to go, and when he called, I didn't even think twice. I was like, yes, like that's perfect. And then after my name got called and everybody kind of left the house, I sat down, and then it kind of struck me that I'll never put on that uniform again. And Coach Palumbo called me that night, and I was trying to hold it together talking to him just because of how much that place means to me and my family.
Zach Agnos joining us. Zach, I heard about this, and I think a lot of folks did kind of late in the season that maybe teams were looking at you as a pitcher, not a shortstop, not a hitter, but as a pitching prospect. At what point did you know that that's what teams were looking at, and that they're going to take the bat out of your hands and have you focus on pitching? When did you know that might be your future in professional baseball?
In the fall, I had some scout meetings, and I heard some stuff about pitching. But they all said that they liked me more at the plate, pretty much for the most part. And then obviously going to Team USA, they just made me pretty much, they made me a pitcher once I made it. And I kind of had the idea in the back of my head just from, what my advisor told me. I still had a couple of teams wanted me to do both, but they were just not offering the right thing. So I knew it was probably going to be more pitching, and even if it was a two-way thing, it was going to mainly be focused on pitching and just kind of hitting on the side and playing shortstop. So,
talking to Zach Agnos, former East Carolina baseball star, now with the Colorado Rockies organization. And Zach, they didn't waste any time getting you involved with the organization. I believe you traveled yesterday, and now you're in Arizona right now, the training facility. Take us through what's going to happen with you for the next, few days, next month, what the status is for you for really kind of the rest of the summer here.
Yeah, so today I got in late last night, and a little bit of a couple of delays, cancellations with my flight. So that was fun. I got in late last night, woke up, went to the facility about 7:30, signed some paperwork. Signed some insurance stuff and got my physical done. Everything looked good. So then tomorrow I think we're going to do some meetings, and then I think after that I think we're just going to go right in. But for the next couple months, I'm not really sure. If I had to guess, I'd probably be staying in Arizona just because from what I heard last year, they only sent about 2 guys out to low A after they played in rookie ball for a little bit.
Zach Agnos joining us. Zach, how excited are you? This is kind of a new challenge, becoming a full-time pitcher. You've had to focus so much on fielding, on hitting, and that side of it. Now you get to see, okay, what else can I throw? What else you can kind of toy around with it a little bit. So is that part of it exciting to kind of get a new lease on life when it comes to baseball as a pitcher?
Yeah, it's very exciting. originally coming into East Carolina, I was a pitcher that played shortstop, but it kind of flipped around about right when I got there, when I started hitting. So then they were like, yeah, we like you in the infield. So then I just started playing third, short, second, wherever. But it's definitely exciting, because not many people knows, but I didn't throw any bullpens at school, so I never worked on anything really. It was just kind of something that Coach Gowan would just throw me on the mound in the ninth inning or at a jam, and I'll just go in there and just, basically compete. So that's the one thing that the Rockies said that they like about me. They like that I have a really big compete factor. But no, it's definitely exciting just with the developmental side of things at the professional level, just to see what they can do with some guys, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Zach, how many guys are out there? I assume the rest of the draft picks and maybe some undrafted free agents might be out there with you, but how many are out there at the Arizona facility currently?
There are about, I believe, about 20 guys, and pretty much everybody that got drafted. As far as I know, I think the first couple rounders, they got to go to Colorado first, and they're still there right now.
Zach Agnos joining us. Zach, pretty cool to see Bryson Worrell get that, did not get his name called in the draft, but does get a shot with the Atlanta Braves. And then we learned over the weekend, C.J. Mayhew getting a call from the Angels, and he will begin his pro career as well. So you got some teammates who will be joining you there in pro baseball.
Yeah, it's actually kind of nice. CJ got down here on Saturday, and I've been bugging him to come see me, but he's at the field until 7 o'clock tonight, so he's pretty busy. But those are just two guys, that just show you what hard work does. And Bryson, everybody, even I thought he should have gotten his name called in the draft, but I texted him and I told him, I said, all you need is a chance and you're going to go do your thing. Same thing with CJ, man. He's kind of guy that thrives in these environments. So it's special hearing those guys, knowing all the hard work they put in, everything they've been through at school. It's awesome that I can share that dream with my teammates.
And of course, Carson Wisenhunt, joining you guys too.
Yeah, of course. Super happy for Carson. I wish I don't know where he's at. I'm going to text him, see if he's out in Arizona. But yeah, super happy for him. He's pretty lucky. He gets to go to Richmond once he starts moving up the system and makes it to AA. So there'll be a lot of Agnos / Miller playing out there supporting him in Richmond.
Zach Agnos joining us, and Zach, you've got that friendly yet competitive rivalry with your brother Jake, and now how about two pitchers there in the household pitching professionally? That's got to be pretty cool for the Agnos family.
Yeah, it's really special. I got drafted. I popped champagne, and I told Jake. Jake was up there trying to help me because it was pretty old, so the cap was going off too easy. But I told him, I said, here's to a fresh start because he's getting ready to start throwing soon, and so am I, and we're starting our careers at similar times now, I guess, just because he's coming off his injury. So I said, now here's a race to the top, so let's, I said, may the best man win, and pop champagne, celebrated and hung out with my family. So, like I said, it's really special, man. He's, Jake's been through so much, and I'm ready to watch him take off and just, blow everybody away with his stuff.
Zach, East Carolina, hopefully you left it a better place than you found it, and it's such a program, such a culture there that there will be a next man up. We have learned that over the years, but a pretty big void, a lot of big shoes to fill with you guys leaving, but I know you left it in a good place, and I'm sure you think it's going to be keep going in the right direction in the future, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind that Coach Collins is going to have that program still going in the right direction, and it's a program that, and I talked to a lot of people about their programs at school, and nothing compares to what we do there. It's truly different. My roommate is Davis Palermo from North UNC Chapel Hill, and we were just talking about it, and they do stuff differently than us. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's just a whole different thing. They're an ACC school, we're an American athletics, so it's pretty cool, and I like to think I left that place better than I found it. And I told my teammates, they all reached out to me, and it's really it meant a lot to me personally, just because I put so much time and effort into them, and they poured into me, and we poured into each other, the coaching staff, everybody. Man, it's you can go through every single guy on that team, and I can tell you, how much they've helped me, and it's just truly a special place.
Well, Zach, we wish you nothing but the best, man. You know how much you mean to us and your family, and what you mean to East Carolina University, especially the baseball program, and the legacy that you've left here. We wish you all the success. We'll follow you closely, as you know. This isn't going to be the last time we talk, but we'll keep an eye on things. And as you work your way up the system, as we like to say, so with the Colorado Rockies organization, and there'll be a lot of new Rocky fans here at Pirate Nation following Zach Agnos. So keep up the good work and enjoy your time out there.
Well, thank you. I'm glad I could keep it easy on everybody's wardrobe and keep the purple at least.
There you go.
That's a good point.
Good stuff. And Zach, yeah, like Troy said, we really enjoyed having you on the Players Lounge, and maybe it's coincidence. We knew Bryson would be leaving because it was his last year, but yourself, CJ, and Ryder no longer on ECU. I'm feeling a little self-conscious. It had nothing to do with me, right? Like
all the guys
stupid question.
All the guys we picked went pro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, no, you're good.
All right.
It's not you guys.
Kind of funny how that happened.
Maybe we should be pro scouts, Clip.
We should. We can direct.
We know how to pick talent.
Yeah, that's right. We can see it. Zach.
You just make their jobs easier.
Zach, thank you, man. Enjoyed it.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate the time.
All right, take care, buddy.
Zach Agnos joining us today on PRL. He's right. We'll still have that purple with the Colorado Rockies organization. And, he'll try to make it as a pitcher now, Troy D. And I thought he said it there. Didn't throw any bullpens at ECU. Just kind of came in, played like he was in Little League. Just came in and showed off the arm. And
look how good he did.
Yeah.
With really not a lot to prepare for. So if that's all he's focused on, I agree with you. He doesn't have to worry about all the other stuff. I mean, I think it's going to almost be like a fresh start in many ways.
And he makes a good point, too, with Jake. The injuries that he's had is now just starting to kind of begin his cycle. And they're going to start at the same time, basically.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Wouldn't it be cool if they could end up on the same team together?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
The Rockies literally drafted a guy to pitch who never threw bullpen in college. Which is crazy to think about.
And said they loved his gamer attitude and his the way he goes about it.
Well, I mean, they got that right.
Yeah.
Well, he has a great attitude, and he is a talented guy.
Oh, well, I'll go back to the Elon game in the rain when he had to go in there and get out of a jam, and it was a Zach Agnos that we don't see a lot because we see the Zach Agnos that comes in here and smiles and cuts up and has a good time. But, I mean, he was like a madman on the mound, and that's how he is. He has a very competitive nature about him.
All right, good stuff. Shirley, you want to go ahead and open up the booty bag here on a Monday?
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All right, 317-1250. What are we giving away on this Monday?
How about a pair of tickets to a Woody's game?
All right, go see some local live baseball on us at historic Granger Stadium. The Down East Wood Ducks. Troy was referencing my sweet lid. Down East Wood Ducks.
All-American Woody's hat, right?
Good looking hat. You can get that in the store there at Granger Stadium.
Was that did you get that at the store, or was that a gift?
This one fell out of the sky one day. It was weird.
Looks nice.
I caught it. It was my size, and now I'm wearing it.
Yeah.
So, 317-1250. What caller are we looking for, Shirley?
Let's go with caller 7.
Caller 7 is a winner. We're back with you. Bryson Worrell going to join us coming up on this program. Back after this.
Welcome to US Cellular, where new and current customers choose any phone they want for free.
Free? Even the one with 5G and lots of storage?
Free.
And the one with the latest everything?
Free.
At US Cellular, any phone you see is free, whether you're a new or current customer. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
We all love using Uber Eats, DoorDash, and grocery pickup. It makes life so much easier. Well, now there is cellular delivery, and the team at Cellular Warehouse has perfected the process. They will deliver your new phone right to your door with all your information loaded on the new phone. And the best thing is there is no charge for this awesome service. And you don't have to waste half the day sitting in a Cellular store. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 and let his team of experts make your cellular delivery today. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent, serving all of Eastern North Carolina.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
Safety comes first at Greenville Utilities. Did you know that by itself, natural gas is completely odorless? As a safety precaution, a chemical is added to the gas that gives it a distinctive and unpleasant odor. This allows you to detect the slightest amount of natural gas both indoors and outdoors. If you smell a strong odor of natural gas in or near your home, you should immediately call Greenville Utilities. GUC maintains staff around the clock in order to provide immediate response to emergencies such as natural gas leaks. You can count on GUC to keep safety job number one.
Before you hit the road this travel season, be sure to get your tires inspected by the tire guys at Greenville Auto World. The Greenville Auto World service team sells all the top brands and economy tires if you need a new set. Need an oil change, state inspection, or AC repair? Greenville Auto World can work on any type of vehicle, and the monthly oil change special is only $29.99. Make an appointment now by calling 364-8730. For award-winning service, trust Greenville Auto World.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
The 80s and 90s were filled with obnoxiously loud styles. Dudes wore crop tops and super high shorts and rocked it with the confidence of 10,000 Sean Connerys and Tom Sellecks combined. And at Tailgate Classics, their mission is to bring that energy back. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Cam Higley, Tailgate Classics has a unique line of vintage and retro tees, polos, jerseys, hats, and more. Go by the store today at 304 Evans Street in Greenville and check out their website at shoptailgateclassics.com. Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
Yo ho, you're listening to Pirate Radio.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center has been caring for Pirate Nation and the student athletes at ECU for more than 35 years and are the official team physicians for the Pirates. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center provides a variety of general and specialized operative and non-operative orthopedic services to meet the needs of the patients in Eastern North Carolina. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. And congratulations to Clee Smith of Greenville, picked up a pair of tickets to a Down East Wood Ducks baseball game. Get your single game tickets and check out all the fun promotions planned this season right now at woodducksbaseball.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, what's this video game?
Is this Frogger?
Game? I like this.
This reminds me of Frogger.
It's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I like it. This is a throwback to my childhood right here at the arcade.
He's like the arcade, Troy.
What was your favorite arcade game?
Favorite arcade? I love Double Dragon.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it so much, I actually owned the arcade game Double Dragon when I was a little bit older. And still have a...
Was the show Silver Spoons based off your life?
And I currently own a Donkey Kong full-size original arcade game, which may be one of my more unique and valuable
Does it work?
things. I've got to get one of the cards fixed in it so it will work properly.
We once had a Galaga machine here at the studio.
Yeah, LB had Galaga. He sold that. But so yeah, I've had double drag was my favorite. I just didn't have room for it. I had that like right after college.
Your house sounds like Pawn Stars. Like you got that, you got the memorabilia.
Yeah,
like all this stuff.
Oh, there's a lot of cool stuff.
I'll be when people walk in, I'll be Chum Lee. I'll explain what everything is. Now this here came from the Fulton County Stadium.
Yeah.
The Braves used to play there back in the 80s, 90s.
Yeah, don't forget I got from the Orange Bowl.
Okay,
I've got turf from there too.
All right. Hey, speaking of the Braves,
yeah,
set out to the Pirate Radio Live line. Joining us, former East Carolina center fielder, now a member of the Braves organization, Bryson Worrell joins us here on PRL on this Monday. Bryson, good to chat with you, man. How you doing?
Doing good. What's going on?
What's going on? You're a professional baseball player.
Bryson, congratulations, buddy. We're really proud of you. Take us to the moment when you heard from the Braves. I know you were disappointed not to get drafted, but take us to the point when you heard the good news that they wanted you as a free agent.
Thanks, Troy. But no, I mean, it was extremely exciting, and I got the call the day after the draft, and didn't really know what was going to happen going on from there, but got a contract signed that day. Called my parents. Coach G was fired up. So, I mean, it was a great moment.
We just talked to Zach Agnos, and he said, that he reached out to you, and all you need is an opportunity to have an opportunity. Is that kind of the way you feel about it, that now that at least the door is open right now, and it doesn't matter once you get there, it's all on performance from here on out, that you have a chance to prove yourself and to make it on that next level?
Exactly. I mean, that's all I wanted was that chance, and I think some of the coaches said it today. Once you get here, everyone's in the same playing field. Everyone's got to perform to move up. So, I'm just super excited to be here.
Bryson, going into the draft, what did you think your chances were? What were you being told as far as, were you going to be drafted late, a free agent? What were your expectations during the MLB draft?
I got a few calls before the draft. So, I mean, going into it, I thought I was maybe a third day draft pick. It didn't happen, but I'm really liking the situation I'm in right now. The Braves have been awesome so far, so I can't really complain.
Just curious, once again, talking to Bryson Worrell, who is now with the Atlanta Braves organization. What team did you like growing up? I'm sure you had a favorite Major League Baseball team. What was it when you were a kid?
Maybe kind of weird, but I think the Texas Rangers were my favorite team. Back when they had Josh Hamilton and Nelson Cruz, and they were making those World Series runs for like a couple of years there.
And now with the Atlanta Braves, I think you've just gotten there. I believe you're in Florida right now at their training facility. Has it set in like, wow, I'm a Major League Baseball player? Like, I mean, there's the kind of the bigness of it all.
I think it kind of set in the day when we jogged out to the field, and someone was like, "Man, we're getting paid to jog out here today." So I think that's when it kind of set in that, man, like I'm a professional baseball player now.
So with the way the numbers worked and the COVID stuff, Bryson, you went from no scholarship to being paid, right? Like no,
exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how all that worked out. But what a run you went on late in the season, really all year, but late in the year and throughout the postseason for ECU baseball. So what is, do you know what your day-to-day is going to look like here coming up, Bryson?
Right now we don't really get our schedule until later in the day, but I think tomorrow we have like a 8 a.m. little practice. We'll practice for probably a couple hours, and then we'll have a lift after that. And pretty much the rest of the day is wide open for meetings or something like that.
Is it pretty much kind of day to day at this point, where you really can't plan too far out at this point because you never know what they're going to have you be doing?
Yeah, exactly. I think it's day to day right now. I think they're trying to get us adjusted to the schedule as well as them getting adjusted.
And it's such a quick turnaround. We talked about you get the call and boom, you're heading down to Florida. I'm sure you were probably prepared for that though, right? Like the quick turnaround from the call to, like you said, you're out on the baseball field today.
Yeah, no, I think I ended up signing my contract on Friday and completely moved out of my apartment on Saturday and then drove the 10, 11 hours down to Florida. So it was a quick transition, but hey, I'm glad to be here.
Now, what do they do? Just curious about like housing. Do they have player housing already set up for you guys, a facility you guys stay in, or do they cover for hotel rooms? How does that work?
The Braves have this really sweet facility down here in Venice. It's on their spring training complex. They have like a little academy where it's kind of like set up like dorm rooms, but it's this 2-story building where they have a cafeteria, auditorium. So it's been a really sweet setup, and with the baseball field being right beside it.
A lot of Braves fans around here, including myself. Has Lane Hoover and other people hit you up for tickets yet, Bryson?
Lane was super excited though when he found out.
Yeah,
I think he was really pumped up.
Yeah, that's awesome. It is the team of the South, and I would say the Carolinas as well. So you're going to have a lot of fans already, and even more fans now that you join that organization. We talked to Zach about, is he going to stay out in Arizona? Will he go to low A? Things like that. So are you planning on being in Florida throughout, I guess, the duration of this baseball season? Is that the plan for you?
Yeah, I think so. The Braves told all the guys from his draft class that, hey, expect to be here until like the middle of September. And I don't know from there, we don't really have much information yet, but I think from there we may get sent out to a team if they need us later in the year. But yeah, I'm not really sure what goes on from there.
And how many guys are with you down there, Bryson?
I think there's 25 of us. There's also a Florida League team that also stays in our little dormitory here.
Good deal. So what was the work like today? I mean, is it like a normal practice? Are you getting swings? Are you shagging balls? Like, what are you doing out there?
Yeah, it was actually really similar to an ECU practice. We got out there, we had a little individual defense session. We had a BP with base running. Yes, I mean, it was really fun to get out in the field today. Got us adjusted pretty quickly.
Good stuff. Did you recognize the names of any of your instructors or anything that played in the past?
I wasn't too familiar, no. I don't think I really realized anyone.
How about guys around you? Did you play against any of them? Did you got any friendships or know any of the guys that you're around?
I think the guy I knew was from Charlotte, McCabe from Charlotte. He was our 4th round draft pick this year. He's a really good player. I know he would always terrorize us every time we played them. So yeah, I got to talk to him. So it's a pretty cool moment.
Good stuff. Bryson Worrell joining us on the Pirate Radio Live line, part of the Atlanta Braves organization. That is really cool to say.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I know, Clip, as you said, as a big Braves fan, you got to be excited to have a Pirate on the roster there.
No doubt. And game and a half at a first right now in the NL East, so fired up about that. And, well, Bryson, I talked to some ECU baseball with Zach. I'll ask you as well. You leaving it a better place than you found it, and just the culture, the program that Cliff Godwin has. I know that a lot of big shoes to fill with you, CJ, Carson, Zach out, but no doubt Cliff Godwin's going to keep it rolling, right?
Yeah, I mean, no doubt. I mean, the way they handle the program there, the way the culture has been built over the years, I know that someone's going to be there to step up and fill those roles just how it's been every year. So I won't expect anything less from next year's team.
Bryson, what will you miss the most about ECU and also about Greenville?
I think it's got to be the relationships with, all my friends, all my teammates, and also having 5,000 to 7,000 fans at almost every home game rooting you on. I think that's going to be the two things that I'm going to miss the most.
Any restaurants or any places you love to frequent, while you were here as a student?
I like Parker's Barbecue.
All right, there you go. That's a good plug for Parker's right there. Well, we can, the good news is with Parker's, and if Billy happens to be listening, if he's not, I'll make sure he hears about this. They ship nationwide, Bryson.
Yeah.
So maybe we can get a care package your way. We'll see if we can't get a shipping address down there and have Uncle Billy Parker send you a little care package.
Yeah, they don't have any Eastern North Carolina barbecue down here, so that'd be pretty sweet.
What a culture shock. Bryson's always been within driving distance to Parker's your whole life, right, Bryson? Until now.
So, yeah.
So, that's a big change.
Well, he's still driving distance. It's just a 20-hour drive.
Yeah, a little longer to get a barbecue sandwich. Good stuff. Well, Bryson, we appreciate you joining us today, man, and congratulations again. We wish you the best of luck down there. We're all pulling for you, obviously.
We'll be following you, and I know you'll do awesome, and I'm sure we'll talk again soon. But if you need anything back here, let us know, and keep up the good work, my man.
Yep, thanks, guys. Really appreciate it.
All right.
Bryson Worrell joining us on the Pirate Radio Live line.
I miss that guy.
What's going on, Troy?
What? What do you mean?
It's something. I feel like this isn't real life.
Why?
You haven't taken any credit for Bryson Worrell going to the Braves.
Well, I'm proud of Bryson. I mean, he's the one that deserves the credit, Clip. Just because I
agree. I totally agree.
Wow. Just because I said he should be going pro and he,
Wait, maybe you don't remember. Do you not remember
when Mullis was here?
The Brave Scout being here?
Oh gosh,
okay?
Right.
We figured it out.
Yes,
you don't even remember it.
Damn, that's a great point.
Now you can't even talk about it
I've
because
got the guy's
you didn't
card.
remember it.
Yeah, that's right. I talked him up. Yes, I totally forgot.
I knew there was a reason why you hadn't brought it up.
I had totally
because you forgot about
that.
The whole thing.
You're right. I remember saying
you don't remember nothing.
No, I remember now telling you at the next show. What we did together on that Monday or whatever, if Bryson goes pro to the Braves, he has me to thank for it because I pumped him up to the scout that was here the whole time in the regional.
I don't know why you're explaining this to me. I know this.
I know.
You don't.
You're right. I need to shoot that guy an email and say, great call. And
you have his card.
I know I do.
And ask him, do you get any kickback for that?
No, look, the only kickback is the joy in knowing that Bryson has a career in front of him.
That is hilarious. The whole time I was wondering, why haven't you brought that up?
I totally forgot about that clip. You're right. I saw you tweet it, and I was like, "Wow!"
You didn't even know what I was talking about.
No, I just felt like I remember talking like he deserved to go pro, but I forgot. I had a long conversation with the Atlanta Braves scout. I brought his card in that day after that game,
and you told him to keep an eye on Bryson Worrell.
That was before it was before he was at bat. And then, of course, that was the game. He had 2 home runs in the same inning on each opposite side of the plate.
Correct.
And I went to him the next inning, walked by, said, told you so.
Yeah.
It's like, man, you're good at this.
That is hilarious.
You're right. I totally forgot about that.
I mean, it makes sense. You would have let off the show with it if you remember.
Good point. Yeah, get Bryson back on the air. I probably need a royalty for this.
That is hilarious. He did not remember.
I forgot.
You were looking at me with a glazed over look.
I talked to that guy for like an hour, too. I need to shoot him I'm going to find his card and shoot him a message.
Let's get him on the show.
It's a good idea. I guess I could reach out to him.
Be cool to talk to
a scout,
pro baseball scout.
Yeah,
and the process that it is, because I feel like it's a lot of work.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And he was a younger guy, kind of just getting started with the organization, but really nice guy. He'd probably do that. I could reach out to him.
All right,
that was funny. I know you said get. I was like, well, I mean, I always thought he should go pro, but then I forgot that I pumped him up to the agent. The scout.
I was kind of confused
scout
too.
With the Braves. That it wasn't just any scout. It was the Atlanta Braves scout.
And you said if he goes to the Braves, then you had a hand in getting it done.
Well, hey, look, it takes a village, Clip.
Well,
and the Pirate Nation looks after each other.
You're welcome about it. Sometimes I have to remind you of your accomplishments.
You're right. I totally forgot about it. But now that you mention it, you're right. We did lay the groundwork for this.
We got it done.
Yeah.
Got the deal done. In the boat.
Yes.
Another one in the boat.
Golly. Man, I have forgotten so many of the great things that I have done.
Don't worry, I'm here to remind you.
Thank you. God bless you.
Troy, you won Principal's Award in 3rd grade.
You know what? I forgot about that. All right, let's get a break in.
That's funny.
We'll come back. More to go. Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday after this.
In studio with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. What's new, Jeff?
You know, everybody's thinking we're having some inventory issues in the car business, which some of it's true. For used vehicles, Brown & Wood has a lifetime powertrain on every vehicle you buy from us, new or used. So even when you buy a used vehicle from Brown & Wood, you have lifetime powertrain. We cover the engine, transmission for as long as you own the car.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
So, how does show points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So, Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
So, how does show points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So, Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
Join us at Purple Blossom Yoga Studio, Greenville's premier yoga studio, for our wide array of classes, including restorative, power, hot yoga, and more. We even fly into the weekend with our aerial yoga workshops. New to our studio? Check out our special for new yogis. 3 classes for only $30. Check out our website or social media for all the information and up-to-date schedules at Purple Blossom Yoga Studio. Purple Blossom Yoga, where your health and mindset collide and help you transform to a new you.
North Carolina State Parks is proud to announce that they have partnered with the Hometown Strong program. Our visitor centers are now equipped with public Wi-Fi to help kids with school. Remote learning has become a critical public health measure in maintaining social distance and continuing to educate our young people. Take advantage of Wi-Fi and a hike at Goose Creek State Park, or a day trip to the beach and access remote learning at Fort Megan State Park. For more information, visit hometownstrong.nc.gov.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, pirates supporting pirates.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Hey Pirate fans, Derek Pizzeni from Carolina Wealth Management. Are you a fiduciary? That's a question every investor should ask their advisor. A fiduciary is an individual who acts in the best interest of a particular person or beneficiary. Is your advisor a fiduciary? You should know it's your money. At Carolina Wealth Management, we do things differently from other investment firms. To learn more about the benefits of working with a fiduciary advisor, visit mycarolinawealth.com. That's mycarolinawealth.com.
Pirate Radio. Join the crew.
Fire those things that go bang.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. To get the business services that are right for your business today, contact the team of experienced local bankers at First Bank. The team includes bankers you can trust like Ashley Capps, Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nesbitt. First Bank, together with their customers, they're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. First Bank, Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you on Pirate Radio Live. Great baseball discussion today with Zach Agnos, Bryson Worrell. Congratulations to those guys. We'll try to get Carson Wisenhunt and CJ Mayhew on Troy D.
Yeah, we'll efforting on those guys.
Talk to those gentlemen about taking the next step in their baseball careers.
Yeah,
good stuff.
Great stars leaving the program, but Cliff will reload.
Bryson Worrell already voted best physique in the Braves organization.
Here we go. Reminds me of a Jeff Francoeur, kind of a I don't know if you know this guy, Troy D.
So you're saying he's going to be on the Braves broadcast team at some point?
He's just kind of I don't know. He's an athlete. Bryson always looked more like an athlete than a baseball player.
Yeah.
And I feel like Jeff Francoeur was like that as well. So looking forward to seeing if he can climb up in that organization. Braves have a guy on their roster right now Michael Harris, who was not looked at as a top prospect, just kept rising, just kept hitting, and now he's the youngest player in Major League Baseball. And, it can happen.
I'll tell you the guy who needs to already be in the bigs is Burley. Man, what a run he's been having.
Burley's going to break offensive records in minor league baseball with the season he's had.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't already been, called up. But it's all
I am as well. Now, part of it is these baseball teams don't want to start these guys' clocks.
True.
Unless they have to.
Right.
Start paying them the big bucks.
That's true.
And also, if he was on a worse team, maybe he'd be called up.
Right.
It is interesting, though. He could be a big trade deadline guy, because if the Cardinals make a push for the postseason, they might trade a big-time minor league prospect for a known veteran. So we could see his name pop up, because I know teams are going to, hey, if we got to give away our known commodity, we want this young guy who's killing it. So
right. Yeah,
come up soon.
Could be. And then Norby making his way up the Orioles organization.
He's hitting the ball.
There is one thing I learned over the weekend that I'd never really realized, and a lot of people probably realize it, but how much age is a factor in this draft process in Major League Baseball.
Well, you heard Agnos talk about that they didn't really care how many years
that was
left.
What affected his decision.
Yeah. He goes, this is how old you are. And if you're going to start your career, you better get going.
And we talked about that with Bryson quite a bit, too. He has been, in college, and teams would rather take an unproven, 17-year-old out of high school than a proven 22, 21-year-old.
A proven commodity.
Correct, Stephen Ayo. But that's how it works, because they look at those, by the time you're mid-20s, Troy, you're old. And in these athletic terms.
And it's crazy in the National Football League. You look at a 23-year-old kid, and it's like, oh man, we got him for years. Major League Baseball, especially in the draft process, it seems like a 23-year-old's very.
Those years, if you're talking about a running back, once you get to 27, 28, they start looking for your replacement.
Yep,
correct. It's like that across the board.
Yeah,
but that's the.
How old is Ezekiel Elliott? Because I think he's on the downside.
Oh, he's a good, good example of that.
His stats are getting less and less.
He is 27 right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think his best years are behind him.
Yeah.
If I was Dallas, I'd try and trade him as quickly as possible.
And they already have the next guy they like on their roster.
Yeah.
And we're talking about a guy who was like the league leader a few years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Todd Gurley, who was the number one fantasy guy, the guy you wanted, and then 2 years later can't even play in the Super Bowl. Can't even play in a game. They don't even want his services anymore.
I feel like our very own Chris Johnson was in the same boat as well.
Yeah.
I mean, tore it up and then
fell off.
Yeah.
The running backs, especially in the NFL.
No doubt.
Rising stars, and they fall just as quick.
Now, Troy, not going to force anything on you here, but would you like to do a live edition of Tab Roulette, Troy D. Tab Roulette?
Tab Roulette.
Yeah.
Have to here. Yes.
Are you what?
I know. Well, this is my third hour clip. I'm not used to going the distance.
You have gone the whole show today with us. We appreciate you.
I'm a sprinter, not a marathoner.
I'm not bringing up things like that happened to me in my life. I'm bringing up your life.
Can you remind me what that game is? Oh, that game we played in hour one.
Now the Bryson thing did happen a month ago. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
This thing happened. 15 minutes.
Ago.
Yeah.
And you graduated from East Carolina. What? East Carolina? Where the hell is that? What?
Oh boy!
You went to the Peach Bowl. Peach Bowl?
It's kind of scary sometimes.
I know. Jeez. All right. Yes, we can do this.
You sure you want to do it now?
Oh, not really. Game. It is a dangerous game. So explain to people that don't know. You guys make fun of me because I have so many tabs open up on my laptop.
Now, is this all the tabs, or are there more?
No, this is all of them. So
okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I mean, you can do a rough estimate.
20,
maybe 70,
30, 40, 50. 60,
about 70.
Yeah, I'd say around 70 tabs.
Which I gotta
say,
that's
ridiculous.
But he said earlier it's not as bad as it's been, and
correct.
You're right. There's been way
probably
more
had over 100 before.
Yeah,
I've cut it back.
But
I'm on a tab diet.
Troy's gonna go left to right, move his mouse, and we're just gonna say stop.
Yeah, unless it's something like that is, nothing won't be bad, but there might be some, personal financial information.
Yeah. We're not going to read your social.
Right. Yeah, stuff like that.
And we're going to see if
or
it
company
is
secrets.
That's fine. Yeah. If it's deletable or not.
Yes, that's the main thing.
And we're going to discuss.
So I'm just rolling it over
Chandler,
left to right when you say stop.
Ready, stop.
All right, so I'm going to go up here.
Directly above. There you go.
All right.
What's that?
That is an interesting one. This is from a company that I use in our university sportswear.
Okay.
And I was looking for a client for Richardson caps, which are very popular.
It's like a trucker hat. Mesh.
Yeah, they're the most popular hat in the country. And I was doing a quote for some folks, and I was trying to find them at the time, and which some are now available. It's good news. If you need a Richardson hat, contact me, and we'll get it embroidered for you.
Good looking hat.
So that's, and I left this tab open, so I wouldn't have to search where I was going to look for them again.
So
I'm gonna.
You could use this page again,
correct? Yeah. Especially after this.
You might want to
plug.
save that one.
I have a feeling I might get a phone call. Hey, I need a Richardson 111 hat, which is widely, as I said, probably the nation's most popular hat, and we can order those for you and get them customized.
Chandler, let Chandler know. Chandler, I'm going to say this one is allowable to keep. How about you?
Absolutely. This is dealing with a
strictly business.
Did you just give me a no when you meant yes? We're all starting to do it now.
Oh, no. Did I really do it?
He did it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you said no, and then you meant yes.
Yeah.
We're starting to do that.
I know, but once you start it, you can't.
I just said no again. I just did.
Did you say there was another thing that you used to make fun of somebody for?
Brian Bailey saying and that kind of thing.
Yeah. So
Troy's got his tabs up on his computer, and we're going to see if he needs to delete them or keep them and that kind of thing. Bailey ends sentences that way.
And then
I used to pick on him about it,
and now you start doing it.
Now I do it.
Yeah. Now Cliff ends his sentences with that kind of thing.
And then that kind of thing.
But this is a university sportswear type of deal, which is for people that don't know, besides Pirate Radio, you and Jonathan do university sportswear. You might have. I think this is a very important tab.
All right,
I say keep it.
We're keeping it.
All right, let's go again.
That is keepable. Give me a stop.
All right, so it's going to go down right here. All right, this is a tab.
Is more work related.
This is a BMI tab, which for folks that don't know, BMI is a licensing company in the radio business that you pay a rights fee so we can play incidental use of music, even though we're a sports station. Occasionally there'll be like on
commercials,
bumpers, stuff like that. Yeah. So this was a link to a sign-in page there. That's for some paperwork I needed to do. And I like to leave it ready, so if I need to go back there and update anything.
Now, sometimes, like my phone and computer saves my passwords. Will it not just save automatically?
It could, but I don't like to risk it.
Okay.
So I just like to leave the sign-in page here. It's already got everything populated, as they say, Clip.
I think myself and all Americans out there understand how many passwords we have for things, how annoying it is if you don't remember.
So I don't think
you got to do a new one. So I'm going to say this one is allowable. Right. Chandler, do you agree?
Absolutely.
All right, we'll keep it on 2 for 2. What is this called again?
This is Troy D Tab Roulette.
Yeah, keep or close. We'll call it keep or close.
Stop.
Oops.
All right, do it again. Stop. Oh, it's huge now.
How did that happen?
All right, that's a good one.
Oh, here we go again.
All right, this is an interesting one. This happened during the break clip we hit on this one. This is the sign in to my I hate to even say this because I don't want somebody trying to hack into this stuff.
Another site where you need a name and password.
Yeah.
And you've got it saved, so your password's up there.
Right. And I'll go ahead and say it's a national known site.
It doesn't either say it or don't.
Well, it's that people pay into and they're a buddy with.
It's PayPal.
What does it matter?
It's PayPal.
Let's call it Currency Friend.
It's called Spend Buddy.
It's Pay You're Not That Guy Pal.
Yeah.
So once again, another password. Deal.
Well, I was probably logged in at one point.
Yeah.
And then we did play the game. How much money do I have in my PayPal account?
Yeah.
Do you want? I should have done that. Oh, you know what? We could do it with CJ and Shirley. Guess the amount. This is like Price is Right.
Get up to the mic.
Guess the amount. We'll go with. Now I'm not a robot. Oh boy.
Oh no.
Now I tried to.
We have a situation here, Clip.
Something went wrong with my sign-in.
Oh, well now you can get it out of here. Delete it.
Let me try again one time.
All right. Log in. Log in.
Let's see if it works. Oh, I'm in.
We're in.
Got it. Okay.
All right. How many?
So this is a new game, a variation of. Is this a game within a game?
It's a game within a game.
Name my balance in my PayPal account. Closest to it wins. You want to say without going over, or it doesn't matter? How much, CJ? How much cold hard cash do I have in my PayPal account?
Are we penalized for going over?
No, we won't play that role.
Just say a number.
Yeah.
I'll say 65.
All right, 65 bucks. Shirley, what do you say?
Troy's a tightwad. He doesn't like to spend his money, so I'm going to say he's got like $20 in there.
I mean,
wow.
Who knows Troy D better than Shirley Rhodes?
Wow.
How much, Troy?
Shirley, that's totally off base. I have $22.38.
Wow.
That was impressive.
Yeah,
That
$2 more than you think.
That is scary.
Yeah, $22.38 waiting for me in PayPal.
If you and Shirley were on the Newlywed Game,
we'd win.
Y'all would kick every couple's tail.
There's no doubt.
Y'all would run the show.
By the way, I hope we play that on Wednesday.
Thinking about playing that on Tuesday when Bryce Leeds is here.
I'm sorry.
Going to ask Bryce questions and get the answers, and Chandler, and they're going to be a team, and then CJ and Shirley are going to be a team.
Oh, how cute!
Yeah, we'll do that on. All right,
that's special.
Let's run one or two more.
All right, here we go.
This kind of sucks. We haven't found one to get rid of.
Yeah, I know.
All right, good. Stop.
All right.
Oh, here we go.
This one. This is Adidas.com men's Ultra Boost.
Looking at some kicks.
DNA running shoe. I was looking to get a new Ultra Boost shoe.
Yeah.
And decided
$190.
Yeah, I was considering this purple one for the season, but then I was like, man, is that too much?
Oh, yeah.
And then I was looking at the other ones. I never pulled the trigger on one of these, but I was considering they are $190.
You know what, Chandler?
I say delete.
I say delete. You can always pull up this page again.
You think
it's in
so?
a special page. You just
Ultra Boost, yeah.
Adidas Ultra Boost. I say
and there's nothing in my. Well, what's this right here? There's a one.
We got something in the cart.
Is that a cart? No,
that's
okay.
nothing. Hey,
right.
get this.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to close it.
You're out.
This is a big.
You're out. Get out. Get them out of there.
All right, done.
All right, we got time for one more.
All right, ready? You
right.
ready?
Yep. Go.
Stop.
All right.
All right. This is another company.
This is work related
that I ordered shirts from. But you know what? This is a Gildan 2000 shirt, which is a very popular shirt in the industry. I know where to find these shirts. I can find these shirts at any time.
Okay.
I do not need this open at this time.
All right.
And I am going to close the tab, gentlemen.
Way to make a decision for yourself.
The tab.
See, that was good.
And then I've got another. The next tab automatically came open. Another Gildan 2000 tab that was open. I must have been searching this for a great customer.
Get him out of there.
I'm going to shut it down. Shut it down.
This is so liberating right here. Shirley, take us to break. We got to get our last break.
Does he have one more in him before we go to
Troy
break?
might go on a deleting spree.
Does he have one more in him before we go to break?
I mean, what the hell is that, Troy?
A rug?
This is Target.com. An area rug that I thought might look cool in the living room that I'm still considering.
You're going to keep that one?
I'll keep this one.
A shaggy rug. Okay. Yeah. We'll take a break, come back, wrap up Pirate Radio Live.
HBO Max, I'm going to shut this one down, though.
Shut her down. We're back with you after this.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
Hey, Pirate Nation, come party with us for the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party. It's back and approaching fast. Tickets are on sale right now for only $10. 100% of the ticket sales will be donated to local charities. Join our Pirate Radio crew Thursday, September 1st at the State Theater in downtown Greenville, featuring 80s music by The Breakfast Club, plus many more special surprises. Go to PR927fm.com right now to get your tickets before it sells out. And go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Kyle Gaines from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Not only will we feature a great selection of pre-owned inventory for sale, but we'll also buy your vehicle even if you don't buy one from us. Drive a little, save a lot. Give us a call and make a short trip to Washington and let us buy your vehicle today. It is totally worth it. We also service all makes and models at our state-of-the-art service department. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram between Greenville and Washington, and WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. University Sportswear ENC.com is your one-stop shop for all promotional products for your business. With over 1 million items to shop from, University Sportswear ENC.com offers high-quality products at prices to fit any budget. Visit University Sportswear ENC.com for contact information and to get shopping. University Sportswear ENC.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medispa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available. Visit us at beautybarmedispa.com. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Go Pirates!
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. If you're looking for wings to be delivered to your home, Wings Over Greenville has you covered with no third party needed. Wings Over Greenville has its own in-house delivery service. Be sure to try the all-new tender sandwiches by ordering ahead on the Wings Over mobile app. Open till 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, Wings Over has everything to cure those late night munchies. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville. They deliver.
University PC Care has been the Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. Unfortunately, many organizations today simply react to IT issues after the damage is done. This is known as the break-fix cycle in the tech service industry. University PC Care's Business Services Division has a better way, a proactive solution called BizCare. What's at your office? Call William at University PC Care today to schedule your free BizCare consultation or learn more at universitypccare.com.
Hey everybody, this is David Glenn, and you're listening to my favorite station in Eastern North Carolina, Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Let's take a quick look at your stock market report before the end of the show. The Dow was up 90 points at 31,990. NASDAQ was down 51 at 11,782. The S&P was up 5 points at 3,966. That is a look at your Wells Fargo Advisors financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back to the show. Here's Clip.
All righty. Troy D going 3 hours. How you feeling, Troy?
Doing good. Got energy. Feeling good.
Made it through.
Yeah.
Feeling good.
We were reminiscing about our childhoods, what you could do with backing up trailers. I told you young Troy D used to drive what was once called a tow motor. The younger generation will call it a forklift now.
Yeah. I wish we had more time, but we don't. We are out.
For the days.
Yep.
Darn.
Dang it. Coming up Tuesday.
If Troy had more time, he'd be a professional tow motor driver.
Yeah, he would. We're going to put some ranch on it coming up Tuesday.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Harry Owens, Washington head coach, going to join us.
Can we tell the story how you got his number? I
asked you for
Clip texted me earlier today. He's like, hey, you got Coach Perry's number? I want to get him on the show. I sent him back 1-800-RANCH.
And Troy thinks that's the funniest thing he's ever heard in his life.
I thought a guy that's sarcastic would appreciate that.
It was fun. Okay. I've heard it 8 times now, though. It gets a little old after the 8th telling, but it was pretty good. We'll talk to him coming up. Bryce Williams, he'll join us coming up on the show. So we got a lot coming up. Tuesday on PRL. Troy, we'll see you again on Thursday.
Yes. Actually, I'll be here.
3 o'clock on Tuesday with
we have a big announcement concerning the party.
That's right.
At 3 o'clock. Big enough that even Ellerby will be joining us, too.
Ooh. The boys will be back in town.
It will be me, Ellerby, and a special guest.
All right.
Joining us at 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock Tuesday.
3 o'clock Tuesday. Big announcement concerning the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party. Get your tickets now on our website, pr927fm.com.
Shirley, CJ, Chanman, and Troy D. We'll see you Tuesday, 3 o'clock, right here on Pirate Radio Live.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive